Yeah. What's up? It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building, and we back. True Media Today, USA Boxing. We are back. We back up in here. Want to make sure this mic ain't crackling or nothing of that case. Let me pull this up over here and make sure we good. I'm still trying to, you know. Hold on. Oh, I got to turn down right here. All right, I hear it. We sound like we good. Sound like we good. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me pretty good. If y'all can hear me pretty good, just give me a thumbs up right quick. I just want to, before I start doing a whole lot of talking, I want to make sure that everything is Gucci. I sound good on my end. I'm listening to it. I'm watching the stream to my right. I have actually 2 windows open, but I'm going to have to close one of them soon just to see what's up. Shout out to Matthew Bishop. What's going on, fam? Christopher, what's going on, bro? Shout out to Knockdown 305, Jamario with the link read, Marlon Warren, salute, fam. School of X-Man. Boxing God, what's going on? Shout out to Weedy. Shout out to Thaddeus Bates. Salute to you, fam. Yeah, man, we're gonna have a good show. You know what today is? Tuesday? Today Tuesday, man. So you know it is what it is, man. Today Tuesday, man. We're gonna have a good show, man. Rock out a little bit. You know, I got a whole lot of people want my attention. What I mean by that is, you know, I got a whole lot of things I'm gonna be doing, man. Like just getting on different people podcasts and stuff like that. I will be on other people's podcasts. Not necessarily in boxing, but other podcasts, right? I'm looking to spread my wings a little bit. I got quite a few guys I've been wanting to do some things with, podcasting standpoint. Not in boxing though, not necessarily in boxing. But outside of YouTube boxing, because you know it's. Everything ties together for me. For me, all of it is the same. You have different niches. You have the manosphere. You have the divestment movement. You have the unconscious. I like to call them the unconscious community. You have the laptop revolutionaries. You have many different groups online. You know, the right wingers. Then you have the left wingers. You have a lot of stuff online, but to me, I look at it as all being kind of the same in some way, form, or fashion. It's pretty much the same thing. If you look at the overall principles, it's the same thing to me. True. So I'm the type of guy, I can adjust to any situation wherever I'm at. That's how I am. I've always been like that. I'm a chameleon. Whatever adjustments that need to be made, I can make those adjustments, no problem. But right now, we got something in the oven that's fixing to drop, that we fixing to get ready to work on, and I got to make sure that I'm connected to all these different podcasts, so when I start my marketing and promotions, I'm linked in with a lot of different people. Let's give everybody that's here a round of applause. Let's get into the show. All right, I looked at an interview and I actually read it. I have it up right here. Jermell Charlo, right? Jermell Charlo, I'm not gonna lie, man. I want to see Jermell Charlo win this fight. I really do. I know a lot of people don't like Jermell. No, I can't say that. I think a lot of people don't like Crawford more so than Jermell Charlo. He is a conventional PBC fighter, so they got a lot of love for Jermell Charlo more so than the Crawford. But there are some people that don't like Jermell Charlo, right? His attitude. Hey, shout out to Jamario. His attitude, he be popping his neck. He be popping his neck all the time. He's not friendly with the media. He don't like YouTubers, like dudes who make YouTube content, but he don't like them at all. But guess what? You would think that they would be those guys who hate Crawford. You would think they'll be more so on that with Jermell Charlo. But it's because Jermell Charlo is a conventional, PBC fighter. So you know how those guys is. If it ain't the PBC, like these guys are, it's kind of like a cult in a way. Like especially like not aerosexual fans. I mean not Spence fans, but the aerosexuals, like the ones the YouTube channels. It's kind of like a cult. Like I can honestly say some of these fighters and networks. Gotta say networks too. The networks. And advisors, they have a cult-like following. Like the cult will like, boy, if you don't agree with the Borg, if you don't agree with the cult, You know, yeah, them niggas online. They saying this and that online. And I'm like, dude, like, how you getting, you know, online is just a bunch of people behind an avatar on their phones really typing, or they're at home behind a keyboard typing, or they're on their pad typing. I mean, that's really all it is. I'm not really, you know. Yeah, dog, I'm scared. Like, you know, hey, Yamas, shout out to Yamas, man. Shout out to SWAT Zone. I told you, motherfuckers think I be over here scared to open the computer. Oh, Lord, I can't open the computer, dog. I can't open the goddamn computer, dog. It's going to be some, oh, Lord, but I'm scared of what I'm going to see. Don't look at your phone. Don't check the notifications. Don't check the notifications. I'm like, man, come on, man. True. Hey, shout out to Jermell Rivera. Salute, Phil. Hey, shout out to my sister, Food Revolution, man. Shout out to Food Revolution, man. Hey, listen, yeah, you know, like, nigga, don't check the notification, dog. Oh, no, it's a gun emoji. The nigga threatened me. He called me a cool. He said he gonna pull up. I'm like, bro, that's what you was afraid of? A whole bunch of dudes who probably was nerds in school. You'll never see them anywhere. They ain't getting no pussy. You know they ain't getting no pussy. They ain't got no females. And that's what you scared of? Oh, shit. Nigga, that what you scared of? Yeah, nigga, I'm scared. Yeah, you know, I'm terrified of that. But like online, they got these cult-like followers, bro. They really remind me of what you see going on TV. What it was, y'all remember? You guys remember when Donald Trump was the president, and you had like these leftist groups. They were, I remember they used to wear this one group. I think it was a feminist group. They had they was led by Madonna. They had like some hats on their head, some vagina hats, and they were just screaming, "Nah!" It was just like a cult. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Do these people know that this country is not ran by presidents? This country is ran by the people who control presidents, who own America. True. Like you have to know this. I mean, at this, well, I can't say you have to know this, but at this point in age, like there's no country on the planet that's being ruled by a one leader. Like the Queen of England, she was being controlled by some goddamn body. The people who really got the money, the power, the power, bro, like the big dogs, right? The presidents of the United States of America, like there's not a president, Democrat or Republican, or both of them on the same team, that don't run a goddamn thing. They don't run nothing. It's those guys who you hear that's lobbyists, when they come on there, hey, look here, baby boy, you got elected. Well, you got selected, because we selected you. We got all these fools thinking that their votes count. But we count the votes. Yeah, we got selected. This is what it's gonna be. This is what you're gonna do. This is gonna be our foreign policies. We're going to kill off this guy, Muammar Gaddafi, this guy, Saddam Hussein. We're going to bomb this country. Oh, we're going to start a proxy war with Russia through Ukraine. And we're going to do A, B, C, and D. This is what we need you to do. Now, if you try to go against these things, what's going to happen? You may end up like John F. Kennedy or Abraham Lincoln. True. All of them on the same team. Just want to throw that out there. Just to, you know. But anyway, let's get into the show. Now, in a recent interview with the boxing scene, Jermell Charlo explained the difficulties that he's having bulking up to 168 pounds. Jermell explained how he thought this Canelo fight would never happen, and how he wanted the fight with Canelo years ago. This is what he said, I quote, he said, you know, truthfully, I didn't think that this fight would ever happen. He said, but it presented itself, and I took it. It's happening now. It's never too late. Now, Jermell Charlo been boxing for 16 years, right? Been boxing for 16 years. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Jermell Charlo has a 4-inch height, a 4-inch height reach. I think Jermell Charlo like what, 6 feet tall or something of that sort. I don't know, somewhere in there. I think Canelo like what, 5'8", 5'7", 5'8", about 5'8". So yes, I think Jermell Charlo might be like 6 feet tall if I'm not mistaken. I could be off an inch or two. But Jermell Charlo has a 4-inch height advantage, and he has a 2.5-inch reach advantage. Canelo would be the naturally bigger man in the bout between the two 33-year-olds. Both of these guys are 33 years old. Same age as Errol Spence, 33, right? Charlo says 168 is considerably still kind of not my fight weight. It's not my weight division. That's what he said. Unlike his brother, when his brother said, you know what I mean? 160 is my weight division.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division.
I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
He say, I want to unify. Hey, nigga ain't unified yet. Hey, I'm talking about, bruh. Hey, bruh, listen, the man say he want to unify. The man ain't unified yet.
True.
Man, you been boxing since 1969. You ain't unified yet. Man ain't had a unification bout since 1972. I want to unify. Everybody, listen, everybody unifying but Jermell Charlo. Jermell, you know you ain't unified yet. Dude, I remember January the 13th, 1972, you said this and you said this in front of Howard Cosell that you wanted to unify. Now this is September 2023, you haven't unified yet.
True.
Dude, 51 years later, you haven't unified yet. 51 years ago, you said that you wanted to unify. 51 years later, you still haven't unified.
True.
I want to unify. So Charlo says 168 is not my weight division. You know what I mean? It's not easy to make. He said that 168 pounds is not easy to make. That's what Jermell Charlo say. I had the receipts. He said I have to gain weight, and gaining weight when you're working really hard, it's really tough because he's working really hard, right? He said I can easily walk around at 168. I'm definitely not naturally. He said I'm definitely not the naturally bigger fighter. 168 is not my weight division. 168 pounds is not my weight division. I want to unify. I want to stay undisputed at 154 pounds. I want to fight Canelo. I want to bring him to Houston. If he wanted to come down to 154, if he wanted to come to Houston, 154 is my weight division. So now, he fight at 154. He probably, when he rehydrates, rehydrates at about 170 anyways. So, and I told you guys time and time again, I say, dude, your walk around weight and your fighting weight is two different goddamn things. You can say, well, he walk around at this weight. Sir, listen, it's different because if he can walk around at 170 pounds, 180 pounds, but if he's not accustomed to fighting at that weight, whatever advantage that he had fighting at 154, because he's a big guy. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. The reason why you have these big guys like a Errol Spence or a Jermell Charlo, they fight at the smaller weight divisions, that's because they will have a tactical advantage over some of the smaller guys that are there. They don't fight at their natural weight that they will normally walk around at or whatever, because they won't have any advantages. Because see, when you move up to 168, you're going to have guys that are 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", some of those guys, the David Benavidez, these are some big guys. So whatever advantages that you had at 154, you being the bigger guy fighting at a smaller weight, you want to have that advantage at a higher weight division with the bigger guys that's shrinking down to come down to that weight division.
True.
So they like to call that a weight bully. Shout out to T Culture. That's exactly what it is, T Culture. Weight bullying. They like to call it weight bully. Oh, he's a weight bully. He's throwing his weight around. You get what I'm saying? Someone like a Floyd Mayweather, he was never a weight bully. Floyd Mayweather was a naturally small guy. Like he couldn't, like wherever Canelo was fighting at, Canelo and Floyd about the same height. Canelo's fighting at 168. Floyd Mayweather could never fight at 168. He doesn't have the body. He doesn't have the frame, right? He doesn't have the frame. Floyd can never fight at 168. Never. He's just a naturally small guy. Just a little dude. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So he's saying that, he has to gain weight, and he can easily walk around at 168, but he's definitely not the naturally bigger fighter. He said 168 is not his weight division. He said that it's tough transforming the body. It's a task. He said, but it has to happen. Sometimes to make the best fights in boxing, you have to take chances and risk. I totally agree with that. Sometimes you got to take chances and risk, right? The question I have for you guys is this. Do you guys feel that Jermell Charlo is laying the premise for, losing to Canelo? on the 30th? Or do you feel that, he just being honest, man, like, again, him having to bulk up, beef up, the fight, and then, you're fighting the guy who's accustomed to fighting at that weight, it kind of it is what it is. I like fighters who, like, if a fighter moves up to fight you, it's the fighter that's moving up to fight you. He's the one that's daring to be great because he's taking risk in order to win. Sugar Ray Robinson was a master at that, right? Manny Pacquiao's taking risks, master at that, right? But hold on. But I gotta say this: I respect the fighters who, if you gonna move up, don't fight me at a catch weight. Like, you got some fighters that's boxing today, they didn't use catch weights. They didn't use rehydration clauses and stuff like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, for me, I never understood the purpose of that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let's say you calling me out. You want to fight me at my weight division. Okay, if you want to fight me at my weight division, come on up here where I'm at and fight me. Look, okay, I'm not going to be calling you out at a smaller weight division and then say, I'm going to come down and, I'm not going to put stipulations on you. Well, look, dog, you can't rehydrate to this now. And then what we're going to do, we're going to fight at a catch weight. And the catch weight is always in favor of the guy that's offering the catch weight. And this is what I tell you guys. Like, you try to tell me that some of these fighters today, they'll do this to that fighter, they'll do that to that fighter. No, some of the fighters today, they're good fighters, but I keep everything in its proper context. You feel me, Jamie? Like, okay, what were the circumstances he fought this guy? Don't tell me your fighter is great if he's fighting in certain circumstances that made it advantageous for him to win the fight. I don't like catch weights. I don't like rehydration clauses. If you calling me out at 168, fight me at 168. If you calling me out at 160, fight me at 160. If I'm calling you out at 154, guess what? I need to come down to fight you at 154. But all of this, listen, okay, now this is a part of the contract now. Now what we gonna do now? This what we gonna do. Now we gonna, now you got to, you got to come in at you got to come in at 160. 160 on the head. Boy, you can't come in at 160.4. You can't come in at 160.5. When you get on the scale, it has to be 160. Okay? And then, now you can't rehydrate now to no more than 5 pounds. So the day of the fight, you're going to rehydrate 5 pounds. So that's going to be 165. Okay, so rehydrate 165. All right. Oh, and another thing too now, you got a baby mama? Yes, I have a wife. Oh, you got a wife? Okay, do you got a chick on the side? I don't want to talk about that in public. Okay, you got a chick on the side. Okay, you got to have a baby mama that's bow-legged too now. You got to have a bow-legged baby mama, right? Bow-legged baby mama. All right, and I'm going to give you another thing. Okay, what else? You got to have an auntie that's knock-kneaded and parrot-toed. All right, knock-kneaded and parrot-toed. Okay, knock-kneaded and parrot-toed. Yeah. We got to have that now. Now, another thing, too, now, you can't drink no water. You can't drink no water the day of the fight. So, in between rounds, your team is not allowed to give you no water. So, I can't drink no water. No, you can't drink no water. Not water, water. Okay, drink no water. Okay, knock-kneed. All right. Knock-kneed. Parrot-toed, can't drink no water. All right, another thing, too, no water, all right. Another thing, too, you can't sit down in between rounds. If you got a stool, you sit out in between rounds, we're going to take points from you. Okay, no sitting down in between rounds. Like, bruh, now listen, another thing, too. Now, we got to have Olympic-style drug testing. Now, I ain't going to get tested myself, but I need you to get tested. You got to get tested. They got to take a pint of blood from you. They got to take a pint of blood from you the morning of the fight. The morning of the fight, they got to take a pint of blood from you.
True.
Now, you can't go. Listen, you can't weigh no more than 160. You can't rehydrate over 5 pounds. Your baby mama got to be bow-legged. Your auntie got to be knock-kneaded and parrot-toed. You can't drink no water the day of the fight. You can't sit down in between rounds, and you got to have a pint of blood taken out the morning of the fight.
True.
But you gonna tell me your fighter great.
True.
I mean, the nigga good, he good, but I'm just saying, bro, like, don't be comparing him to no Ray Robinson or Ali or Archie Moore or what's my main man, Nicolino Loche or what's these other guys? What's these other guys? What's my main man? Hurricane Carter, Georgie Benton. Willie Pep, don't be calling them dudes out like that. No, I ain't going for it. I'm just saying me. I ain't going for it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's get into the show. Now, how many? Well, we got over 350 people in here and less than 100 likes. Oh, we got over 100 likes. We gotta get the likes up to 200 before we get into the show. We gotta say all praises due to the Most High. Hold on, guys. Before we get into the show, we got to say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the great. Some would say that he is the greatest human being on the planet Earth, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, I guess I got to be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
I mean, it is what it is, man. I got to call it the way I see it. Yeah, I got to call it the way I see it, man. Like, what thing about it? What thing about me, boy? I got to call it the way I see it, dog. I'm just gonna do it. A lot of times in this day and age, you have a lot of unpopular opinions because if you don't have the opinion of the masses, I give a fuck about the masses. I give a fuck about the masses. I don't give a damn about being a nigga friend, homie lover friend, partners trying to be down with some niggas. I don't care nothing about that shit. I was always taught, man, you got to stand on your own nuts, bro. Stand on your own nuts. No, not stand on your own nuts. You got to hold your own nuts. You got to hold your own nuts, dog. You got to hold your own nuts. That's all I'm saying. Hold your own nuts. You don't know what that means? Please look it up. Hold your own nuts means you got to stand up on your own. You got to stand up on your own. And you got to go through the struggles of life. Like, I always say this, right? Before I drop the phone line, well, we got to get to 200. We're not at 200 yet, so we need 200 likes. I open up the phone lines. I always say this, man. Like, struggle is ordained by God, right? Struggle is ordained. Whether you believe in God or not is relevant to me. Whatever you believe in, right? But struggle is ordained in life. That's what you see. Everything in life that's created had to go through some type of struggle, right? And if there was a struggle for you, anybody that's in this chat, there was a struggle for you to be born to be here. There was a struggle for your mother to have you. There was a struggle for your father to put the seed inside of the womb of your mother. There was a struggle that the tree have to go through in order to, when it's planted, bursting out of the seed over a period of time. There's a struggle, anytime the earth is rotating at 1,037 and a third miles per hour. There's a struggle when the baby bird, the egg is finally hatching and the bird is pecking to try to get through the egg in order to come out. There's a struggle. Life is all about struggle, right? And in order to be successful in anything in life, you're going to have to struggle. The struggle what makes the journey more worth it. If you're not willing to struggle to go through something, and fighters, like we love boxing, right? These fighters, they struggle in order to go through certain things in their lives, in their training camps, in order to get in the ring and perform. Now, I'm not one of the guys that say, man, these fighters, they fight for our entertainment. No, they don't. These fighters fight because they want to get paid. These are prize fighters. Did you get what I'm saying? These are prize fighters. So, prize fighters is not fighting for the sake of that we just trying to make sure that Coach Malachi got some entertainment. These niggas ain't thinking about me when they fighting. When they fighting, they thinking about, dude, how much I'm getting paid? Okay, I'm going to fight this dude, and if I get a belt, I'm going to get paid more money, and then if I chase more belts, I'll make more money, and then I'm trying to establish my legacy and stuff like that. Me and your entertainment is the last thing on a fighter's mind.
True.
Me and your entertainment is the last thing on the fighter's mind. I can guarantee that. Last thing, right? So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I just call it the way I see it. So, but these fighters have to struggle in order to take their bodies through certain things, sacrifices. They gotta go through painstakingly sacrifices in order to perform at an optimum level. Just imagine the amount of discipline that a fighter what is it? MMA, any trained fighter has to go through. I'm talking about the ones who don't cheat. I'm not talking about even the ones who do cheat. They do work hard, but I'm talking about the ones who don't cheat. The ones who really, really get it the right way, right? They ain't, you get what I'm saying? Like the ones who really, really get it the right way. I mean, just imagine the struggle that they have to go through in order to get their bodies at optimum level so that they can perform the night of the fight. It's a struggle. You can't eat certain things. You got to refrain from sex. You got to tear the muscles down in the body just to build them up. Then you got to rest and recuperate. Then you got to do it all over again. You got to run. You got to run 3, 4 miles, 5 miles. You're wearing your knees out every time you run. You're wearing your ankles out over time every time you run. You get what I'm saying? So this is what these guys chose to do in order to make money for their families. It was a choice. Every fighter that's boxing, they made a choice to do that. I don't care who it is, whether it's your favorite fighter or not. He made a choice to do that. That's why it's kind of hard for me to feel sorry for any fighter in the ring. I don't like to see fighters get hurt, but I do understand that at the end of the day, this fighter made a choice to do this. He could have did anything else in the world. He could have been a plumber, an engineer. He could have been a stripper at the strip club, at the Chippendale dancer. He could have joined the. He could have been a part of the hula hoop convention. He could have been a part of a hula hoop competition when he was doing the hula hoop. He could have been just doing anything, an engineer, a plumber, an electrician, or whatever. They chose to get punched in the face for a living and punch other people in the face for a living. So when you consciously make that decision, make that choice, it's kind of hard for me to feel bad because hey man, that's what he chose to do. So be it. He a great fighter. I'm gonna cheer him on. If he lose, he understood the risk before he signed up. But it is what it is. It's the hurt business. It's the hurt business. Shout out to Flex. Shout out to Flex BK. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to Flex BK. He said, Coach, I'm a faithful listener because you joke, but you teach. Keep up the good work. Hey man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I remember my granddaddy. They were trying to get me to become a minister in the nation. I'm like, man, I ain't no goddamn minister, man. All man, shit, all this sinning I be doing. Hell no. I can't play with it like that.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
We need 22 more likes. Anybody sitting here watching the show? We already thanked Al Heyman. Anybody sitting here watching the show, hate watching, don't want to hit the like button? Mr. Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Like, also, check this out. I did read through the grapevines that, Frank Martin is going over to ESPN to fight Shakur Stevenson. Very happy about that. Very happy about that. This lets you know that Cool Boy Stealth end up leaving to go to Japan without the PBC in order to fight a New Way to Monster. This lets you know that a lot of the propaganda that you guys been hearing over the years has been bullshit. All that, man, you're on the wrong side of the street. You got to come over here if you want to make the fight happen. All of that was lies and bullshit. I'm going to tell you why. Because certain fighters, I guess like a Frank Martin, Al, I mean, look, man, I know, not Al, but, Errol Spence, that's his fighter. And, TGB Promotion. As a matter of fact, I have the article right here. Let me pull the article up. Let's pull the article up. Phone lines finna get ready to drop right now. I do see that, phone lines fixing to get ready to drop. Hold on. Yeah, doggone, all that shit bullshit. Niggas like you know what killed me? When you talking to these online managers and promoters, niggas managing and promoting. Hold on now, wait a minute now, what we got to do now? And the only way this fight to happen, what him gonna have to do, him gonna have to leave his promoter. And once him leave his promoter, then he got to come over here now, and then he gonna have to sign their contract. But he can't have no lawyer now. Don't be asking about no transparency. Just trust us. Take what we give you. Now you got to sign this and do that. That's the only way the fight gonna happen. But wait a minute, how come Wilder and Fury fought each other? That was a joint promotion. Well, damn, how did Cool Boy Steph end up leaving, going to fight New Way the Monster Japan, getting stressed out? You know, how that happened? How okay, Frank Martin and Steven Shakur finna fight each other. How when Crawford fought Diaz and, you know, and was it Felix Diaz and fought Diaz and fought Hank Landy and them other guys, they didn't have to do any of that. Why is it different with this fighter? Now, hold on, you asking too many questions now. When it comes to certain fighters, we got to protect them. So what we not protect them, protect them. You know, we got to protect them, see? So certain fighters, we ain't gonna let. We got double standards and hypocrisies for certain fighters. You know, other fighters, it's different. You know, you can't make this up. True. Telling you, bro, like, all of it is a sham. All of it is a sham. It's flim-flam. They popping that week. You know, they coming at us like sapsuckers. We know what time at TI is. It's a sham. It's flim-flam. They popping that week, and they coming and they're trying to come at us like sapsuckers. Like we don't know what's going on. No, man, bro. Look here, bro. Check this out, bro. Listen, I don't seen a whole bunch of whole head cheese sandwiches that you just gave out to the homeless yesterday. Now you telling me that the homeless got to cross the street. They got to leave their promotional company, Homeless Promotions. They got to leave Hobo Sam, Poke Chop Willie Promotions, and come over here and then when they leave that situation, then we can make it happen. Well, you just did something totally different just last week. Now you asking too many questions. True. Yeah, when you go to calling them out on it, wait a minute, man, you get what I'm saying? And then, you know the funny part about it, when you start hearing these fantasies and promoters, when they go to niggas explain it. Now, hold on now. Now, we must internalize the flashulation of the matter in order to now what I'm trying to say now what it is now, hold on now, you asking too many questions. Now this one of these old smart niggas right here, this nigga right here be asking too many goddamn questions. This nigga here, we don't like this nigga. That's why we don't like that nigga called Malachi. That nigga there, boy, it's hard to pull the wool over that nigga eyes. That nigga right there, boy, he be, man, god damn, this nigga, no, he don't nothing get by him. True. Anyway, let's go right here, man. So as you can see, like I said before, like I said before, as you can see, guys, hold on, let me get right here. Here you go. What they call him, Shakur. All right, Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin, top ranked TGB. Come to an agreement for the fight. Now, a lot of people say, who is TGB? TGB is a white-owned promotional company that the black man, my boss, Mr. Al Heyman, this is the white man that he uses to promote all of his black, Latino, and white fighters. True. Now, they do have a black promotional company over there by the name of Mayweather Promotions, but for whatever the reason may be, Mr. Al Heyman do not want to give my dog Booger Ray Leonard a shot. Why Booger Ray can't get a shot and promoting some of these top fights, I have no idea. Why the white man always got to rear his ugly head in a situation. Anytime there are black affairs, anytime that we are having black affairs family, the white man has to come in. Like they just can't let a black man have an advisory company. The white man has to be the one to come in. Well, I guess I'm gonna promote all these niggas. I'm gonna promote all these niggas in Spicks for you. All the niggas in Spicks, I'm gonna promote them for you. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I mean, all of your fighters that's family. What you said, Tom Brown? Don't worry about it. I corrected it. I want to promote all of your fighters. Okay, don't worry about it. You come on in. So just about if you Booger Ray Leonard, you got Booger Ray right here. Goddamn Al, I'm right here. I'm a black promotional company. I'm the CEO of Mayweather Promotions. So any way I can promote any of these guys, like, come on, Al. Well, look, I let you promote Tank. Yeah, but I'm doing that in conjunction with the white guy Tom Brown. So any way I can have more responsibility? Listen, Booger Ray, listen. Right now I ain't got time to play with you right now. Your best days are past you. Y'all got Tank. Y'all did that. but you ain't did nothing else after that. And if I recall correctly, me being Al Heyman, if I recall correctly, the best things that I ever seen you do was rub on Floyd's nipples in between rounds, bite your bottom lip, and look at him with bedroom eyes. True. Booger Ray can't promote none of the top fighters over there, but the white man do. I just want to throw that out there. Not trying to play the race card. And again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Phone lines, hold on, did I play Riley? Yeah, I did play Riley. Phone lines finna get ready to drop in a minute. Shout out to Gloria Day and the fabulous Set Trips.
Gloria Day and the Set Trips.
These niggas don't play, these niggas don't play.
We don't play.
You ain't heard, they be tripping. So they swerving on. No faking and no snitching. And repping hard for the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust.
Niggas gonna bust.
Booger Ray, can my dog Booger Ray get some justice, man? Why Al Heyman, the black man, don't want now? You know what? Now, I will say this. Now, Booger Ray don't mind being, he don't mind being, kind of like being the spit bucket guy. He don't mind being the spit bucket guy. He don't mind. He just want to be in the house. Look, guys, I'm in the house right now. I'm in the house. I'm making money. I'm connected. I know what's going on. I know the ins and outs of boxing. You guys don't know anything. Just a bunch of YouTubers. You guys don't know anything. I'm better than you guys. I'm from DC. I left a poverty-stricken home in DC, and I made something of myself, buddy. That's what I did. Me and my double-barrel shotgun nostrils, we made something of ourselves.
Shut that soft-ass shit up. And the best man
to win. That's some soft-ass shit. Shut that soft-ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft-ass shit up.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I think what I want to do, I want to put some respect on my dog Booger Ray Leonard's name because he did a lot more for Mayweather Promotions than rub Floyd's nipples and bite his bottom lip and look at him with bedroom eyes. He did a whole lot more than that. And anybody who feel that Booger Ray only did that, shame on you. Shame. You're hating on the black man. We're going to try to find a racial angle to play in this to try to, get some sympathy. So, shame on you guys for thinking that my dog Booger Ray did not bring value to the Mayweather team.
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love me.
Hey, we finna drop the phone lines. We gonna go to a short station identification break, and then we gonna drop the phone lines and get to the show. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Shout out to you, sis.
Hey. It's a brand new day. Take a whiff. Mary J is such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day. Got a twist. Mary J is such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day. Take a hit. Mary J is such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Hey. It's a brand new day. Take a whiff. Mary J is such a nice bouquet. Hey. New day, got a twist, Mary J is such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day, take a hit, Mary J is such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new day. Come along, get.
Yeah, man. So what it is. We finna ready to drop these phone lines. Shout out to my brother, man, Big Gip, man, of Goody Mob. Big Gip of Goody Mob. Got them Gip goodies out there. Those I got some edibles over here from Gip Goody. These motherfuckers good in the motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. They gooder. Now, not good, gooder. That's how we talk in the South. Hey, boy, I ain't gonna lie. That food was gooder than a bitch. True. If you from the hood and you are well versed in ebonics, if you are ebonically challenged, you will not understand the word gooder. The word gooder is a word in the hood. It's in the hood dictionary, the urban dictionary. Gooder, boy, this food gooder than a bitch.
About you, and ever since that first night, it seems like I've been going crazy about you.
Mint green chrome in the butt, burnt orange 550. Say the pinky ring pimp, get love pussy. Seafood, big pool, make your girl look. Backwoods, big grill, watch the chef cook. Talk slow, big smoke in the moonlight. Knock your doors down, shout it till your mind right. East Point, Fulton County, where a nigga from. Got love.
Hey, let me drop these phone lines. Let's talk this boxing, man.
You wanna talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Hey, I been good at it a bit, dog. Boy, hey, boy, she chunky, boy. Ooh, hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. When you, listen, women hate going to the barbershop. Hey, shout out to Yamas. He said a lot, 30K. He said, we growing, coach. Yeah, we almost at 30K, man. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. We should get there by the end of the year. Hey, listen, I don't mean to pivot a little bit. And again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But I know a lot of y'all, if you women, I know you women hate, like if you, especially if you're a single mother or whatever, or maybe not even a single mother, but you're a woman, you got your child or son, and you got to take him to the barbershop. Boy, hey, a woman, hold on. A woman walking in the barbershop, boy, that's like a chicken. That's like a chicken walking in the fox hen, walking in the doggone den full of foxes. A woman walk in there, cause I'm gonna give y'all the secret now. I know a lot of fellas are gonna say I'm going against the guy code and I'm snitching. But guess what? I ain't snitching, I'm just, throwing it out there. You ever walked in the bar, if you're a woman, right? You ever walked in the barbershop, everybody cutting hair, and as soon as you walk in there, everybody kind of like stop. And everybody looking at you like you some lamb chops or some pork chops. Dude, I figure like he cutting hair. He cutting his eyes up, looking like that. Did he make an eye contact with the other barber? And then the other barber look at you. Did he over there looking at you? They checking out that round, bro. I just want to throw that out there. That's what they be doing in there. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, it's your boy Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me, Phil.
So, Charlo already making excuses, huh? Bro. Coach. Let me tell you, man.
He said Charlo making excuses.
Coach, when he took the fight, he didn't think it was going to be hard to make the weight for this fight. He probably thought it was going to be a walk in the park to make the weight. But let me tell you, man, Coach, that's a tough fight for him, man. That weight difference, man. I don't know. But for me, I'm sure, I mean, he doesn't want to fight Tim Tszyu, but, when the name Canelo came up, he took it right away. To me, he's out for the paycheck, Coach. And I don't blame him. I would do the same thing, Hey, you already know, Coach.
No, this Lions only, man. This Lions only. Jermell Charlo is going to put hands and foots on Canelo, man.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Stop capping, Coach. But listen, when it comes to Lions, over there in Houston, he's the real Lion. I got to give him that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His brother's sauce, but this dude is not. Yeah. All right, Coach, that's my call, man.
All right, shout out
Later.
to Salute New York, stand up. Yeah, man. Just want to throw that out there. You ever like, y'all remember you used to watch cartoons and they'll show like Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd and all of those guys, they kind of like stuck in the desert somewhere, and Daffy Duck, they stuck on the island, right? And then Bugs will look at Daffy, and Daffy will turn into like a roasted duck or something, and then Daffy will look at Bugs Bunny, and he'll look like some like some chicken or something of that sort. Cause if you ever ate rabbit before, rabbit tastes like chicken. Rabbit tastes real, real good. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when a woman walk in the barbershop, I'm tired of nigga be cutting hair, and they say, everybody stuck. I mean, it just get quiet. Like, you may walk in there, if you're a woman, you know what I'm talking about. You may walk in there, and everybody was talking, and as soon as you come in there, it get radio silent. True. Nigga trying to holler. Boy, goddamn, hold up, boy, you see that there right there, boy? I already know, who that is? That's what's her name, old lady. It might be a barber. It might be one of the barbers that's working in there, old lady. That's what's her name, old lady. Yeah, God damn, but she found her the motherfucker, boy. Yeah, I know. And then he know niggas looking. He know niggas looking at the girl because when she in there, he doing the same thing. True. She doing the same thing. Anyway, I want to say, Jessica say, that's why I don't go to barbershop. Hey, you already know. You know what you gotta do to Jessica? You gotta have somebody like Jermell Charlo. You know Jermell Charlo. Hold on. Carlo, what's the name you calling from?
What's good, Cuz? The boxing historian from Seattle.
The boxing historian from Seattle. Talk to me, fam.
What's happening? I'm looking at two things, man. This Jermell Charlo saying, Canelo Alvarez is the bigger fighter. I mean, at the end of the day, listen, man, I look at these guys as the same size, and here's why. Canelo Alvarez moved up in weight, and he doesn't even walk around. He walks around maybe at 182, whereas Charlo, he walks around probably a little bit more at 187. It's just that, these guys are able to cut, more X amount of weight, you understand, than the average guy.
Yeah.
To fight at a weight class that they probably shouldn't be fighting at. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, this is nothing but a damn excuse because he knows that Canelo Alvarez isn't just some easy work like a lot of these guys think. A lot of these PBC fanboys think this fight is going to be for Charlo. It's just not. And this is going to look. Canelo Alvarez has been a great fighter for a reason, for a very long time. You understand? And Charlo, he's done a nice little. He had a nice little run at 154, but he's biting off more than he can chew. And he better, you know what? He might as well take that ass whooping that he's about to receive, and go back down to 154. That's how I look at it. Another thing too. Oh, go ahead.
No, you know what though? He's been kind of all over the place. Like this interview, he's talking about it's hard for him to make the weight. He's not naturally the bigger guy. And then some interviews, he been on with Gilly the Kid and them, and he'll say something like, "Yeah, I'm gonna knock Canelo out. I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna do this and do that." So he kind of seemed like he's kind of all over the place. I'm just anxious to see how this fight play out myself.
I am too. And my thing is, I look at it from this standpoint. I mean, where's all that crazy energy that you and your brother be having for all these other guys? You know what I'm saying? That energy is quiet. That energy ain't even here for Canelo for whatever reason.
They're on their best behavior.
You dig what I'm saying?
Hey, Brian. Hey, they're on their best behavior. I see doggone Derek. See, that's what pissing me off. I'm like, okay, where the energy at for Eddie Reynoso? Nigga, doggone, you had all this shit to say about Bomac, had all this stuff. Like, bro, I'm like Jermell Charlo. I was expecting Jermell Charlo to say, man, Canelo, man, you been ducking my brother for years. You's a drug cheat. You got popped with clenbuterol. You always gonna be a cheat in my eyes. You got caught that time. How many fights you had on clenbuterol before you got caught? Like, I'm thinking I'm gonna hear all this here, right? Bro, they treating Canelo like he the Pope. They treat Canelo like he Mother Teresa, Princess Diana. They like, oh man, Canelo, oh my gosh, Canelo, did you get a haircut today, Canelo? Yeah, Puto, I got a haircut. Oh man, I love the way the guy, can you flick your hair from left to right like you did last time, Canelo? Like, bro, I'm like Derek James on his best behavior. I'm like, I say that I ain't never, my nigga, I ain't never seen Derek James, like this. You had all that energy for Bomac, but what Eddie Reynoso Canelo, bro? It's the total opposite, bro.
It really is, man. It's whatever. Hey, you know what? Hey, whatever to shut them two guys up, because I really don't like the feminine asses. You know what I'm saying, personally. I just that's just how I look at it. These guys all talk. You know what I'm saying, with a lot of their goofy ass shit. But another thing too, I'm gonna address this last thing. Bomac, man. Where is the Big Mac, bro? Listen, I'm listen. Whenever you go to another person's country, all right, another country outside of America, you have to understand the rules. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, as far as the stuff that I know about the UK or England or the British Isles, that you can't just be carrying or even just be caught with a damn gun charge, man. That's the reason why they don't have as many shootings over there that they do over here for that very reason. So it's like, you know, you have to search out the laws of the land before you go into it. And I just think that that's very, if the story is consistent with what we've been told, I think it's very negligent on his part to understand what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Just by having a gun, you know, in an international flight, it just doesn't make sense, man. Yeah, so they're going international.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially in the UK.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know how he was able to get it over there in the first place. Like TSA don't miss a beat. So all of that sounds, you know, that's what I don't know how he got it over there in the first place. How you was able to leave? Because when you leave Omaha, you're going to do a layover in Atlanta. You're going to do a layover in Atlanta, and then from Atlanta you probably go straight to the UK or whatever. So there's no way. I hear people say he was on a private jet. So you trying to tell me private jets their luggage don't go through TSA? Their luggage don't get search checked, whatever the case may be. So, if that's the case, I could just be a terrorist and just say, I'm going to get on a private jet and take this nuclear bomb with me over to Russia or take it over there to the UK. No, I mean, come on, man. No. I can't go for that. But shout out to the boss of the store, man. Seattle stand up, man. Salute, fam. Thank you for calling the show.
Salute.
Yes,
salute, my guy.
Yeah, you know, that was a Boston historian, sis. That wasn't Food Revolution. That was a Boston historian. That wasn't blood. You get what I'm saying, though? You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. I don't know what happened. I haven't heard anything, so I can't speculate left or right. I don't know no more than what anyone else knows. So, you know, we'll see how it play out. You know, everybody has to be held accountable for their own actions. So, whatever happened, I think in this situation, Bomac will be accountable or whatever. I heard his brother say, it was a brother I heard speak. Was that yesterday? Man, I forgot what he said, man. It was on, was it Doggy Diamonds? I think I've been listening to Doggy Diamonds. Was it Doggy Diamonds? It was either Doggy Diamonds or Hassan Campbell, one of them. They said, no, that was Doggy Diamonds. They said some shit about, he was talking some shit about accountability. Like everybody, there has to be accountability for everybody. I'm like, well, you know, the accountability only applies to those who are not in power. Those who are in power, you can be like there ain't gonna be no accountability if you a corrupt president. You know, and you're a corrupt president taking bribes and all that stuff there from other countries, you know, because you're on the same side of the fence as the people who you work for run the country, you can commit all the crimes you want. You know, your son can get caught with crack pipes and sleeping with underage girls and stuff like that on computers. You know, you can, so I disagree with everybody, you know, everybody won't be held accountable. I agree with it, but I disagree with it because we all know, man, in life, you know, life isn't fair. And there's the haves and the have-nots. And those who have, they are able to get by with certain things more so than those who don't have. When I say those who have, I'm not necessarily talking about a person that's rich. I'm talking about someone that's at the top of the creme de la creme, specifically political power. Specifically political power. When you are at the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the political power, man, I mean, come on, man. It is what it is. So we'll see how that play out. Shakur Stevenson, as a matter of fact, let me show you guys this. This is the article, because I don't want nobody thinking I'm capping. This is the article right here that Jermell Charlo was talking about, what I just read to you guys. Charlo explains that it's tough to transform body into super middleweight. That's what he's saying. Some people feel that he's laying the premise down for an excuse whenever he loses. That's what some people feel. Some people feel like, man, Jermell Charlo gonna be that one. He gonna be the one that go out there, do it, make it do what it do, make it crack alike. Jermell Charlo been boxing for 16 years. I think Canelo's been boxing for 18 years. You know what I mean? So right here, this is what he's talking about. He speaks about that Canelo's much shorter than him, but he's a little bit thicker. It makes for a great fight. He talks about how he really don't know that just yet. If he is a 168-pounder moving fighter, again, maybe he may not be able to move the way he would like to move, or the way he would be able to move at 14 pounds lighter at 154. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Again, he's not used to fighting at this weight. I ain't making no goddamn excuses for him. Nor am I saying that, he may not win this fight. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards Canelo to win because of Jermell Charlo inactivity. He hasn't fought in 16 months, and he's quote unquote coming off a hand injury. So if I'm gonna believe that, that's kind of why I'm kind of leaning towards Canelo. But a part of me, I kind of do want to see Jermell Charlo win this fight. He can be the second fighter. He can be the second fighter, and in the 4-belt era to become undisputed in 2 different weight divisions. True. That's historic. Shout out to Rahman, Candy Slim. Salute to you, fam. That's historic. For he can be the first. He can be the first fighter. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. The first fighter to ever become the first undisputed champion in the 4-belt era in boxing was Bernard Hopkins. That was 2004. A year later, he lost to Jermaine Taylor. That was 2005. So he became the second undisputed champion. 12 years later, Terrence Crawford became the third undisputed champion in the 4-belt era at 140 pounds. A year later, that was 2018. That was 2017. Sorry about that, 2017. 2018, a year later, Alexander Usyk becomes the undisputed champion in the cruiserweight division. I think he was the first one to do it in the 4-belt era, right? After that, Josh Taylor became undisputed at 140. So he's the second guy to become undisputed at 140 behind Crawford. That was 21? I think that was 2021. Later on that year, Canelo became undisputed when he beat Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant, he didn't really fight too many hell of a people, to be honest with you, but Canelo became undisputed when he fought Caleb Plant, right? Right after that, the next year, Jermell Charlo became undisputed in the 4-belt era, 2022. Devin Haney became undisputed right behind him. I'm not counting the women. I know women have done it. I'm not counting the women. I'm talking about the men. Devin Haney became undisputed champion. A new way to Monster became undisputed champion right after Devin Haney. And I think, that was this year? I think that was this year. No, was that last year? I think that was last year. Somewhere up in there, right? I think we had 3 guys become undisputed in 2022. And then this year, Terrence Crawford became the undisputed welterweight champion of the world in the 4-belt era. The first to do it in the 4-belt era. So one guy became undisputed twice. So Jermell Charlo has a prime opportunity, if he can beat Canelo Alvarez, to become the second fighter of the 4-belt era. No, not the second fighter, but he can become the 11th fighter, because I think Crawford did it twice. Yeah, Crawford did it twice, so that's 10. He can become the 11th fighter to become undisputed in the 4-belt era. But he can become the second fighter in history to become undisputed in the 4-belt era. He could be the second fighter to do that, to do it twice. Undisputed in 54 and undisputed at 168. He could be the second guy to do it in 2 weight divisions. The first one is Crawford. True. Hey, I say, Coach, I thought Teofimo did it first. That was one key word you said. You said you thought.
You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
It's two names you're going to see that's not on that list. You ain't going to see Teofimo Lopez's name, and you're not going to see George Kambosos. Those are the 2 names you're not going to see on that list. Now, I will say this, AI. Teofimo is the first ESPN undisputed champion. He's the first French fries belt undisputed champion. Him and George Kambosos, because George Kambosos beat Teofimo, so he became the French fries champion. He's the first ESPN Because ESPN have their own Undisputed, and I think Top Rank have their own Undisputed outside of boxing historians Undisputed. So they have their own Undisputed over there with Top Rank and ESPN. So with them, those guys are undisputed. But when you look at history, look at the names, their names not on that list. As soon as you leave Top Rank or ESPN, you'll see their names ain't on there. Carlo, what's your name when you calling from?
Coach Malachi, what's going down? Calling from Texas.
Texas,
what's your boy Ray.
Ray from Texas, talk to me.
Yeah, man. Look, first and foremost, love the show. Called here before. Let me tell you like this, man. I'm going to tell you like this. Charlo is not afraid, man. Okay? The thing that people got to understand is that boxers, they come to the realization at some point when they have to give the other guy his just due. Okay? It is a big jump. Everybody knows that is. I said that the last call when I called in, and I said that he's daring to be great. To me, whether he admits it or whether he doesn't admit it, that, you know, Canelo is more powerful or more skilled or what have you, blah, 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 blah. Hey, you still got to give that man his props, because there are some boxers in history that you could look back and be like, well, he didn't dare to be great. And he's also done some things that many boxers haven't done, which has become undisputed, you know? And I'm going to say this last point. You got a great point with the analogy that you say, Coach, when you say that he's getting generational wealth by him fighting Canelo. I love when you say that, man. You spot on, because, you know, he's giving them a package, what you say, a stimulus package. Well, it's something to that effect that you say, Coach. But I like when you say that, because, yeah, for real, because a lot of people, they always like, oh, well, Canelo ducks and Canelo don't do this, Canelo do that. No, he was just trying to, he followed the blueprint that Mayweather did. Mayweather got in that position, and he was able to give other fighters, you know, an opportunity to fight them and then pay off their kids' college and their kids' college. So that's all I had to say, Coach.
All right, man. Shout out to Ray from Texas. Salute, fam. Yeah, Canelo is a businessman. He's doing the same thing Floyd Mayweather did when Floyd Mayweather became Money Mayweather. He's a businessman. Canelo avoids certain fights in order for better opportunities. That's what he does. You know, he only got a couple of losses, a couple of draws. You know, he lost to Floyd Mayweather. You know, we know that for a fact. He lost to Dimitri Bivol. That was a tough fight. A lot of people said Dimitri Bivol was a cherry pick that went wrong. There might be some validity to that as well. Might be a cherry pick that went wrong. I seriously doubt that Eddie Reynoso and them will pick a guy, you know, that, you know, I think they dare, quote unquote, dare to be great. But Dimitri Bivol came to fight. He wasn't there to lay down at all. He didn't lay down, and he kept the pressure on for 12 rounds. So I want to see exactly what will Jermell Charlo be able to do. Again, Jermell Charlo has not been active. He's coming off of a quote unquote hand injury. So it's just kind of hard for me. You know, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to see Jermell Charlo win. Don't get it twisted. I want to see Jermell Charlo win because I want to see him make history. I want to see if he can. And Jermell Charlo is one of my favorite fighters. You guys know this. So is other fighters. But, you know, I want to see him make history. I'm like, can he dig deep for this one fight and put on a magnificent performance and become the second fighter in the four-belt era to become two-time undisputed champion in two different weight divisions? Like that right there, for me, the storyline of that alone is huge. Because I see what that storyline was doing for Crawford. By him becoming you know, you could dismiss him and say, okay, he did nothing. But then when he beat Spence, the guy that was held on Mount Rushmore in the eyes of a lot of the experts' eyes and a lot of the boxing fans' eyes, to see how he thoroughly got destroyed, that lets you know, oh man, this dude wasn't, you know, it makes you look at the other guy, and this is why he's getting all the accolades now, because so many people slept on him. If Jermell Charlo can pull this off, this would be phenomenal. I just have doubts that he can because of the injury, and he's been out for 16 months. And Canelo's a really, really good fighter. He's really good at cutting the ring off, and he's going to go straight to the body. Canelo is really good at slipping and countering and going to the body, and just over a period of time, those body shots, how is that going to wear on Jermell Charlo? He got to have some kind of punching power in order to hold him off to see what's up. So, but from a historic standpoint, it's Canelo getting another payday. That ain't nothing, right? He's winning the fight that he's supposed to win. Carla, hold on. But from a Jermell Charlo standpoint, not only is he getting paid, but if he win this fight, it's history. It's history. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York again.
Jamie, salute, fam.
Coach, I agree with you 100%, man. If Charlo pulls this off, man, that would be such a huge win, you know?
Yeah.
For his legacy, his life will change. He gets a rematch with Canelo. He's gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? And not only the two-time undisputed thing, but I think a win like that, it'll be such a huge win for him that it will take him straight to the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
what do you think about that, Coach?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Right?
If Jermell Charlo can beat Canelo, become two-time undisputed champion in 2 different weight divisions, bruh, he'll go on a media tour similar to Crawford.
Yeah.
Because Canelo, Errol Spence is a high-profile fighter that everyone knew about, but Canelo's a more of a high-profile fighter, and so just that alone, if he can pull that off, and he has the skills to do it. I just don't know if he can, because Canelo been active, man, and that dude hit hard. He been active. He's gonna have to fight a perfect fight.
Yeah.
In this fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Canelo's been an elite fighter for a long time, man. Yeah. For a reason. Yeah. That boy's good. You know, but yeah, if Charlo can pull that off, man, I would be so proud of him and happy, because I'm saying he deserves it, man. He's been putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he turned pro yesterday. He's been in the game for a long time. Yeah. So listen, if he gets this win, good for him. And that's my call, Coach.
All
Later,
right,
brother.
Shout out to Jamie from New York. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So for Canelo, it's just going to be another payday. You know, I want another fight, another payday. There's nothing historic about it. You know, I'm all for the history. So, you know, it is what it is. It seemed like in interviews, you know, Canelo is calm. He's calm. You know, he's saying what he say. He throw a couple of shots at Crawford and shit like that. That's cool. But he seemed calm in interviews. Yada 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 yada. Some people feel that he's slipping. You know, there is some validity to that. He is slipping a little bit. But, you know, if Canelo is slipping, you know, what version of Jermell Charlo? Like, I want to see what kind of game plan, you know, Jermell Charlo is going to have for Canelo. If that's what I want to see. What type of game plan they're going to have, and will Jermell Charlo be able to execute the game plan? That's what I want to see, because he's gifted enough. He has the skills. He's a big guy, but will he be able to? You know, how is he going to respond? Because we know what Canelo going to do. Canelo pretty much fight the same way. Carla, hold on. But he has really good upper body lateral movement. Canelo is really good at cutting the ring off. He's a very patient fighter. Jermell Charlo is not so much a patient fighter. You know, I know Canelo could take a punch. I want to see will Jermell Charlo, will he be able to take one of those punches from Canelo? There's a lot of different questions that I have that we need answers for, and we won't find out until the 30th. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Coach? This is Coach Eddie from ATL.
Man, Coach Eddie from ATL. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, man, I just called in just to spread some Canelo hate, man. Feel like hating today. So, you know,
go ahead,
gotta stay on cue.
Go ahead, my brother. Stay on cue.
And yeah, this is just another, you know, just another example of Canelo trying to pick the low-hanging fruit once again. I mean, he's always trying to find a way. One thing about him, he gonna find the easy way out. You remember that song that Rocket said that there ain't no easy way out. But for Canelo, he always gonna try to find the easy way out. See, I'm an electrician by trade, and one thing I know about electricity, it's gonna take the path of least resistance, and that's what Canelo's good at. He's gonna take the path of least resistance. And now, like I say, Charlo, like I said, he just there to pick a check up, man. He's gonna get smoked, man. He's not talking right. His mind ain't right. He's not like Marvin Hagler you know, with the war hat on. You know, my mind is nothing but war.
Yeah.
You know, Marvin Havok, he would go off into, he call it prison.
Yeah.
We go off and train. Charlo not coming to win, man. He just coming to participate, man. And, you know, it's going to be a doggone shame because, like, at the end of the day, Canelo, he's responsible because Canelo could have easily turned the fight down. He can fight whoever he want to fight.
Yeah.
He could say, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight Charlo. Give me somebody else. Give me Benavidez. Give me Andrade. All these guys who keep the same energy. Well, I'm sorry, not Benavidez. He don't went on a national apology tour. He still ain't going to get the fight. So one thing about Canelo, if he think you can beat him, he ain't gonna mess with you, man. He ain't gonna mess with you. He learned that from Floyd. He got that from Floyd right there. So one thing about Canelo, he's smart. If he think you got any chance to beat him, he ain't gonna mess with you, man. But you know, that's it. I didn't want to spread a little Canelo hate today. That's all.
Hey, Coach Eddie, that's the thing that's tripping me out with Jermell Charlo, man. Like, he just, bro, like I've been watching it. He's one of my favorite fighters. He is always turned up. He's always bring a certain energy to any fighter he fights.
Right.
Tony Harrison, you know, Rosario, Erickson Lubin, this and that. All of a sudden, you don't have 75 fights. Out of all the fights you had, this one fight right here that you're going to have with Canelo, all of a sudden, yeah, man, I want to act a little bit more civilized now and this and that, you know, and, you know, I don't want people thinking I'm always turned up. I got to show people I'm not always turned up. So out of all of these fights, you get a fight with Cinnamon. You know what I mean? That's what Canelo means, guys, in Spanish, Cinnamon. You get a fight with Cinnamon, and all of a sudden, you on your best behavior? Oh, this is the fight where you decided that you're going to, you know, yeah, man, you know, you're just going to be a different Charlo. But I'm like, dude, when you was sitting on the bench with your hand hurt or whatever, you were talking trash about Tim Tszyu on the sideline. You were talking trash about Crawford. You were talking trash about a couple of fighters. But then when you get the Canelo fight, all of a sudden you're on your best behavior. You ain't got nothing to say. Well, you know, he's acting civilized. And people like, well, he getting a check from Canelo. For all you guys say that, this is what I want to say, Coach Ed, before you go. For all these guys that's saying that Jermell Charlo is on his best behavior because he's getting a check from Canelo. Listen, you don't have to be on your best behavior to get a check from Canelo. Once the contract is signed, whether you talk nice to Canelo or you talk mean to Canelo, if you're going to lose that fight, you're going to lose that fight. It's not like Canelo is going to say, oh, well, you know, I'm going to take it easy on him because he's talking nice. No, Canelo is still going to try to take your head off in the ring. So once the contract is signed, Jermell is already going to get his money because the contract is signed. Canelo's already going to get his money. All this stuff about, yeah, man, he getting a check from Canelo, so that's why he being nice. Bullshit. Caleb Plant wasn't nice to Canelo. He talked cash shit to Canelo. He got stopped in the 11th round, but guess what? He still got his check. He didn't come down to kiss the pinky ring.
You
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he even slapped Canelo. Yeah. He slapped him.
Yeah, and he slapped him on stage.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, slapped him on stage. Damn so did.
But like, he slapped him on. But like, you know, you remember that scene in Rocky 3, right before they fought, where Clubber Lang came back and told his corner, "Sucker scared." Yeah. That what Charlo is. That sucker scared, man. that sucker scared. He got to pick a check up, man. He gonna get smoked, man. I hope he don't. But the way he moving right now, unless he playing possum.
It might be playing possum.
Other than that, though, he gonna get smoked, man.
Yeah, that
sucker might be scared, Coach.
I mean,
all right, Coach, that's my call, Coach.
All right, shout out to Coach Eddie.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, he might be playing possum. I don't know. He might be playing possum. I just, you know, I just think it's ironic that, hey, man, you know, all these, you've been boxing since 75. All these years, you've been talking shit to niggas left and right. And then you getting there with Canelo, you ain't got nothing else to say. That's all.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you?
I mean, that's all I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I get it. I understand it. I don't know, man. Just from a historic standpoint. And then it's another thing, too. A new way to monster. A new way to monster has an opportunity to become two-time undisputed in 2 different weight divisions as well. So I'm looking at that from a historic standpoint, bro. Like, to become 1-time undisputed is one thing, but to do it in 2 different weight divisions, do you know how hard that is to do in the 4-belt era? Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, it's Beck from Portland, Oregon.
What's your name, Miss Fam?
Beck?
Beck from Portland, Oregon. Talk to me.
Yeah, Beck. Yeah. Hey, man, I just wanted to call in to say that, yo, Charlo needs to dig deep and make history, man. Yeah. Charlo needs to dig deep and make history and be the second two-time undisputed world champion of the world, man.
It's gonna be hard, bro, because let me tell you something, man. Listen, you say what people can say what they want to say about Canelo, and but I would say this, he is a good fighter. He can fight. He has very, very good defense. He rolls with shots. His slip and counter game is really good. He's really good at parrying shots, deflecting them. And he's a patient fighter. Canelo is really, really like when I look at Canelo now, I see a lot of Floyd Mayweather in Canelo from when you look at when he fought Floyd Mayweather, and then look at a lot of the stuff that he incorporated that he learned from Floyd after Floyd beat him into his game, the upper body lateral movement. Canelo, he moves with fluidity in the ring. He's flat-footed, but he moves with fluidity in the ring. Like I see it's a lot of stuff I see. Like, damn, he picked that shit up. And, he good, bro. He good. The thing with Canelo, all he need is one or two good shots. He get one or two good shots on you, and that can change everything. What say you, Beck?
Yeah, man, I don't know, Coach, because, man, I feel like ever since he fought, what's his name? Dimitri Bivol.
Yeah.
Before he fought Caleb Plant, I feel like he hasn't shown a lot of, like, lateral movement. Like, I feel like he hasn't shown as much as when he showed against Daniel Jacobs. Like when he was fighting Daniel Jacobs, he was like dancing all over the place. But ever since, like I feel like I haven't seen a lot of that.
He does. Canelo does a lot of upper body movement though, like the upper body stuff. I'm gonna tell you.
Shit, yeah.
He does a lot of upper body stuff, like kind of very similar. I'm not comparing it to this guy, but very similar to what James Likes Out Tony used to do. He very slick in the pocket. He'll slip right in the pocket and always be in position to land this shot for the counters and stuff like that. So, he's defensively, he's a pretty good defensive fighter. I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty good. Canelo's pretty good defensively.
Shit. I mean, I guess you're right, because I mean, if I saw a couple of the clips from when he fought Dimitri Bivol. And in the clips, you can actually see when Dimitri Bivol was like throwing combinations. You can actually see that almost like none of them like hit him. He was just like slipping a lot of Dimitri Bivol shots. So man, shit, I guess you're right. But I'm just saying, like, hey, what if Jermell Charlo can take Canelo's power? Like, shit. I feel like maybe in Charlo, I feel like he can move. Like, so I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Hey, he need to dig deep and freaking be a two-time undisputed world champion, baby. I'm out, man. Shit, you know what I mean?
All right, man. We'll see what happens, man. It's gonna be, you got a tall task. Shout out to Beck, man. Portland, Oregon, man.
Yeah.
Fam. Yes,
thank you, Coach. Thank you.
This why they had a fights though. This why they had a fights. We had a fights because we got to see what's going on. I could be totally wrong. Maybe Jermell Charlo will turn around and shock us. I gotta look at the betting odds again as well. Let me look at the betting.
Now I am the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a broham.
Let me show you guys this. Now, what do you guys think about this fight? Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin. Frank Martin, do you consider him a slick black fighter? We're not moving the goalposts here. We're not going to move the goalposts. Hold on. We're going to get back to this in a minute. Let me address this call right quick. Shakur fighting Frank Martin. I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about that fight. This is Shakur Stevenson's second fight in the lightweight division. It's his second one. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Troy Graham, Coach. I'm here to cap for the Irishman. Or the Irish Mexican.
Troy Graham, talk to me.
Yeah, because, I just heard the brother call in saying Canelo take the easy way out. He always found a way to take the easy way. I had to hit my Tyrese. What do you want from him? I mean, he's fought everybody. You said he's not fighting Charlo. He's fighting the Charlo. It's not his fault that the other Charlo, the bigger one, is having some issues and the smaller one stepped up. It's not his fault that now the guy who was talking tough, who fights everybody when he's not fighting in the ring, is now is now like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll win, maybe I won't. This is kind of hard. That's not his problem. So y'all gotta learn how to respect the Irishman. And the only reason I'm capping for him is because, one, he come from an island like me, and the Irish are the second largest people on my island. So I gotta cap for them a little bit. I'm going with the Irishman. I don't care what y'all say. I'm picking the Irishman. The Irishman's gonna win. Y'all have a good day. Hate me if you want to. What's up, Coach?
All right, shout out to Troy, man. He said he got the Irishman. Hey, shout out to Beck, man. Shout out to Diz. What did he say? He said, thanks for calling. He said, thanks for taking my call, Coach. It's Beck. All right, salute to you, fam. Yeah, he's going for the Irishman. He's going for the red-headed Irishman. Saul Canelo Alvarez. I mean, that's I don't even know what the betting odds is on that right now. I really don't. But we'll see. We'll check it out. I want to show you guys something though. Check this out. I'm happy about this one. Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin, top-ranked TGB come to an agreement for a fight on ESPN. Now, Frank Martin is a PBC fighter. PBC fighter with Errol Spence's promotional company. So, boxing scene has learned that Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated and Tom Brown's TBG Promotions. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Tell us. Carla, hold on. It says that TGB's Promotions came to a financial agreement on Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin lightweight title fight at the 11th hour, late Tuesday morning, because this fight was going to go to a purse bid. A WBC purse bid for their intriguing lightweight championship match, scheduled for 1 p.m. on Tuesday, which is today, was therefore canceled. Stevenson, 20-0 with 10 KOs, and Martin, 18-0 with 12 KOs, were meeting a 135-pound title fight that ESPN will televise as part of its exclusive content partnership with Top Rank. So this is exclusively going to be on Top Rank ESPN. The date and the site of the Stevenson-Martin fight couldn't be confirmed when this story was posted. Arum told the boxing scene recently that Stevenson's next fight was tentatively scheduled to take place on November the 16th, on a Thursday night in Las Vegas. So we'll see. Regardless, Stevenson and Martin is one of the best bouts that can be made within the lightweight division. So Stevenson, they said he hoped to get Devin Haney, but we knew he wasn't going to get that fight. We know Isak Cruz ducked him. We knew Lomachenko ducked him, said he didn't want no smoke. So now he's fighting Frank Martin. I like this fight. I like this fight a lot. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is M1 at you, bro.
M1 from the BX. Talk to me.
What's up, yo? Coach, I love that fight, that Stevenson and Martin fight. That's a good fight.
Yeah.
Another thing about these Canelo bashes, right? This dude came up from 140, and he fought at 175 already. Like, what more do you want from this dude, bro? Like, what these people want from him? I bet that nobody else will do that. The two guys that get the most hate is him and Crawford. And they're the only ones that step up to the plate and they want to fight everybody. And they really want to fight everybody. But everybody else be fronting and then everybody else be, having sugarcoat for their fighters.
Mm. I mean, the people have a right to feel the way they feel about Canelo. I do get it. A lot of people feel that he's moving the way the Money Mayweather blueprint, and I do agree with that. The blueprint is laid out, and Canelo is more so of a businessman. He's a good fighter. He's definitely a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. When you look at his resume, the type of people he fought, he got some names on his resume. So I do get it. Some people feel that he's a drug cheat because of Clinton Buterol. That's always going to be with him. I do get that. But it doesn't take away from his skill. So, you're going to have people who love Canelo. You're going to have people who hate Canelo. Just like you're going to have some that love Crawford. You're going to have some that hate him. You're going to have some that love Devin Haney. They're going to hate Devin Haney. I mean, it's par for the course. When you're one of the top fighters, you're going to get your fair share of hate as well as love as well.
No, yeah, when you great like Crawford and Canelo, you're gonna get the hate. Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? but I bet they won't. You know, he came up from 140. I bet they won't say nothing for Tank Davis to go up even to 140 and fight. It's like double standards on everything. But,
well, the argument to that is Tank did go up to 140. He went up to 140 and fought Mario Barrios. They'll say that, right?
Yeah, but he just came. He went right back down.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing, right? This is the double standards that I see with certain fighters. Let's say if it's a fighter like a Crawford, he'll have to fight the top guy in that weight division in order to get the respect of his critics. And then even if he fights that guy and beat him, his critics still won't get to give him the respect because they just don't like him. Versus someone like a Tank Davis, he can move up to 140. He don't have to fight Josh Taylor, who was the undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world at that time. He can fight Mario Barrios, and then Mario Barrios, he'll get the props as though he fought the best guy in the history of the 140-pound division. So what I'm saying is, it just depends on who the fighter is. Certain fighters, by certain critics and fan bases, treat fighters differently depending on who the fighter is. And that's just what it is. So, but M1, thank you for calling the show, man. M1 from the BS.
Yeah, one more thing. With Crawford, they said that there was not going to be no excuses if he beats Earl. And now there's 1,001 excuses. So that's what I got.
All right. Well, shout out to M1 for the BS. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way the ball bounces, guys. Like, you're going to have people, that's just what it is. My thing is people's opinion is people's opinion. We're not going to all agree on everything. We have some, how it is in boxing. When you have a fighter that you really, really love so much, he really can't do any wrong. And then you have a fighter that you really, really hate so much, he can't really do any right. Do that make sense? When you have a fighter, like certain boxing, certain fighters, there's nothing they can do to make certain fans happy. When you have certain fighters, they can't do no wrong. And then you have certain fighters, they can't do no right. They always gonna move the goalpost. Okay, well, the nigga ain't fought nobody. Okay, he been boxing 15 years, he fought nobody. Okay, but if he beat that dude right here now, he beat that dude right here, then that'll tell us something. Oh, not only do he beat him, he dominates him. Oh, man, well, that really wasn't the real one. That was a clone. Oh, that was a clone, huh? Yeah, that wasn't the real him. That wasn't him. That was a clone. The real him was on vacation in the Bahamas somewhere. That was a clone. Okay, so the clone got beat. Yeah, the clone got beat. So they got a rematch going down in December. Yeah, now is that going to be the clone or the real him? Oh, no, that's going to be the real him. Now you really going to see those Vegeta powers come out. You're going to see the KO cannon. You're going to see the doggone spirit bomb. You're going to see all that. See, the first dude was a clone, but this other guy, he the real deal. True. So this is what happens when you have a cult-like following. And this is what I don't like about some of the boxing fans. Like certain fighters have a cult-like following. I would say that not Errol Spence fans, but these guys that's on here making all these damn excuses, they saying stuff that Errol Spence have yet to make one excuse. Errol Spence have yet to make one excuse. You have guys who never met Errol Spence, really don't know what he looked like outside of TV, never shook his hand, never took a picture with him, never done any of that. Those guys, they know, yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you, dog, see what it was now. What it is, see, you had the Illuminati, and then you got Jim Crow Joe Biden. He racist, he don't like niggas. I said, okay, but it was two black people fighting each other. Yeah, but he don't like Jamaican, he really don't like Jamaican niggas. Okay, so Jim Crow, Jim Biden, Kamala Harris, okay, what that got to do with anything? Yeah, I'm trying to tell you how deep the rabbit hole go. And then, we had the Masons. Remember they did that secret Mason handshake at the weigh-in? Okay. And then, Al Heyman made a blood sacrifice. He made a blood sacrifice. Yeah, see what it was. See, Al did not want Spence to take the fight. He wanted to fight Canelo. He wanted to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was gonna take the dive. Spence was gonna win, be 29-0. Then we gonna set him up to fight Canelo. But then he went against the grain, so Al punished him. Al put that juju on him and punished him. I sat back and looked at that fight, bro, again today. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. Bro, y'all please go back and look at that fight. Bro, Errol Spence looked good in the first round and in the second round. And kind of like in the third round. Like he was really pushing, doing what he normally do. He was doing what he normally do to everybody else. It's just that it wasn't working with Crawford. Crawford had an answer for everything that he did. The reaching with the backhand to the body. Bap, bap. Come over the top with that. Long stepping, wide leg with the jab to the body. Bap, had some for that. Had the lead left hook. When he put his shoulder in your chest and puts you up on the ropes and then get you standing still and go to banging on you. Crawford had some for that. It was literally, he was the same fighter. It's just that he fought Terence Crawford. True. Yeah. Like, nah, dog, my nigga, this ain't Ugas, dog. This ain't Ugas. This ain't Mikey. This ain't what the dude name? Danny Garcia. This ain't Algieri. This ain't Kell Brook. This ain't Kell Brook coming down off the Triple G loss, broken orbital bone and fighting you within 7 months. Nah, this ain't none of that, dog. This that boy y'all said ain't fought nobody. That's what this is. Hey, you know what? I will say this about Crawford. For somebody who hasn't fought anybody, he showed up be kicking a lot of ass. True. Nigga ain't fought nobody in 15 years, 2-time undisputed. Nigga ain't fought nobody. And the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. Damn, I wonder how he was able to pull that off. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Caleb from Indiana. How you doing, Coach?
Caleb from Indiana. Talk to me, fam.
Man, I've been watching that fight, man, and it was just such a masterpiece. And it's taking nothing away from Earl. It's just that Buzz, just a better fighter, man. And it's so many people making excuses, but Earl's not making no excuses. It's like, what kind of society we living in where other men acting like bitches, and the one who actually got in the ring and got his ass whooped, he just took it like a man and said, man, the better try to win. We're going to run it back.
Yeah.
And he thinking he gonna bully him. That's all he got. That's all he can do. But Bud's gonna be stronger also. And Bud, I'm pretty sure he's been studying the tape too when he got time, and because he's with the family. But he's been studying tape and seeing what he can do better. And I believe that Bud could have actually went to the body a little bit more. The body was wide open a whole lot. I'm pretty sure. It just seemed like he carried him to me, man. But I that's just my observation. And, but Bud put on a particular performance. I done seen Sugar Ray, I done seen Tommy Hearns, Marvin. I done been, I'm almost 50, man. But this fight, it was excellent. I didn't see no flaws. When you fight, you're gonna get hit. So it ain't like, damn, Cuz got hit a couple times where like, damn, if he when it got hit a couple times, it'd have been a flawless fight. But I just want to give it out to Bud, his team. Excellent fight, man. Tell me what you think, Coach.
No, I saw Bud get hit in the neck with some good backhand left hooks from Errol Spence. I'm like, dog, Errol Spence was landing some shots. It's just that Bud ate it.
Yeah.
He was blocking part of it. He was parrying. He was forcing the jab.
Yep.
He was forcing the jab to deflect. When he parried it and deflected it to the left, he was forcing the jab to clear the lane so that he can drop his jab right down the pipe. And there was certain, like, you got to study. Listen, that was a masterful performance. If you want to know how to fight a near flawless fight, that's the fight to study. Like, he had an answer for everything Spence came with. Like the Mikeys and the Ugases and the Danny Garcias and the Porters, and the Brooks. Those guys didn't have an answer for the Ugas. They didn't have an answer for what Spence did, right? But Terence Crawford did.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I know how. I got an answer for all this shit." We told him, "You better not try to go to that body." Every time you try to go to the body, bap, that uppercut drop on him. So
beautiful, beautiful. It looked like he was in a Matrix.
Yeah,
it looked like he was in a Matrix, especially when he had bent back. I think he went to the body. Earl went to the body and came with that hook. and he leaned back. It's like he was in the Matrix, man. The dude, man. I got to give it up, and I'm glad. It's just inspirational. People that's listening, just never give up, and God gonna make a way, and we just be prepared for it. And that's what I see after this fight. Then nobody want to fight him. They did my cousin Layman like that. A lot of people, when you're great, they don't want to fight you. But when I'm just, when the time presents itself, and that's why it came out with Eminem, the song, everything was magnificent, man. But just be, stay preparation prevent poor performance, and that's what we got. So I ain't gonna hold you, coach, but I just want to say, man, when I watch that fight over and over again, and you have to see it in slow motion to really get to see the shots that this man was giving. This man, he was beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. All right. Well, shout out to Caleb. Shout out to Caleb from Indiana, man. Salute, fam.
Thank you, coach.
Yes, sir. Yeah, bro. Like, when I watched that fight, Carla, hold on. When I watched the Crawford Spence fight, I'm hoping this Canelo Jermell Charlo fight be something similar. But when I watched that fight, I look at Terrence Crawford's eyes. Bro, the level of focus that this guy has in the ring. Just look at his eyes. This dude was laser focused, and he's always calm. No matter what type of flurries that Errol Spence was landing or wasn't landing because he was blocking, catching, and shooting. He was always calm. Like, he's one of the most poised fighters I've ever seen. He has that type of Floyd Mayweather poise. When Floyd Mayweather goes in the ring, you never seen Floyd Mayweather get flustered. If you get a good shot on him, he don't get flustered. He has a level of poise and a level of concentration. His level of concentration and focus in a fight, it's like, bro, it's kind of like what separates him from a lot of these guys. Like, a lot of those guys, they don't have that type of focus. Like, you got to be focused every second of every minute and every minute of every round. I'll call him. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach. This is the boxing scientist from Killer Cali, man.
The boxing scientist from Killer Cali. Talk to me.
Yeah, so, what people don't understand is Jermell's actually a lot smarter than people give him credit for. He's definitely playing possum. And, he's smart because he realizes, well, I don't want to get on his bad side. Look what happened to Caleb Plant. Look what happened to Billy Joe Saunders. When they got on his bad side, what did Canelo say? I have something as special for you, my friend, right? They don't want to hear that. That's when Canelo's pissed. And so he's not trying to piss him off. He's not trying to give him any extra motivation, bro. He's trying to just go in there and make him feel, like he's not really a threat. And so, what the haters fail to realize is they themselves don't have Benavidez on the pound for pound list. Like, the next hater that calls, ask them, do you have Benavidez on your pound for pound list? They're going to say no, but I have Jermell on my pound for pound list. So, they don't want to give Canelo credit for beating somebody that's on their pound for pound list. And they're saying, oh, well, he's moving up 2 weight classes. But they were at one point, they were in the same division at one point. So I don't want to hear these excuses, man. But yeah, that's all I got, Coach, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, shout out to the Boston Science. Finally stand up. All right, guys, we're going to have a short station identification break, and when we finish, we're going to get right back into the show.
It's a brand new day, take a whiff, Mary J is such a nice bouquet. It's a brand new day, got a twist, Mary J is such a nice bouquet. It's a brand new day, take a hit, Mary J is such a nice bouquet. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new day, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day, take a whiff, Mary J is such a nice bouquet. It's a brand new day, got a twist, Mary J is such a nice bouquet. It's a brand new day, take a hit, Mary J is such a nice bouquet. It's a brand new day, it's a brand new day.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about this fight with Jermell Charlo Canelo. I don't feel it twisted yet. Like, I don't know why. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that. I'm happy that we do have this fight going on. I think once it gets a little closer, I think when it maybe get down to the last 2 weeks, because I'm gonna tell you why. Jermell Charlo is what throwing me off. And I hear, Carla, hold on. I hear what the boxing scientist is saying. This is straight bullshit to me. Yeah, man, you know, don't nobody want to piss Canelo off, man. If you piss him off, that's going to give him extra motivation. So what? The dude who Canelo fighting ain't no coward. I want you to have all the motivation in the world. So what? I'm not going into a fight. I can't imagine. Listen, I can't imagine my main man, Marvelous Marvin the Hagler, going into a fight with Sugar Ray or going into a fight with Johnny Beast Mugabe. Hagler, why you ain't saying that to Johnny Beast Mugabe? Well, look, dog, I don't want to piss him off now. I don't want to give him no extra motivation. Man, Hagler, look here, man, you can have all the motivation you want, dog. And that's the difference, man. I don't care what type of motivation you got. Nigga, I got war. W-A-R, war. Listen, this man ain't gonna be the same when I finish with them. He may come in as a beast, but when I finish him, he would be a beast no more. I don't agree with this. Canelo, I get it. He's a great fighter, but he's somebody that everybody should just bow down to. Hold on now. We don't want y'all. You just supposed to be an old house slave. I don't know now. You don't want to say nothing bad about Canelo now. You got to be on your best behavior. No, man, that's why I respect Caleb. I respect Caleb Plant. He got knocked out. Listen, it's not like Canelo is going to be nice to you because you was respectful in the press conference. He's still going to try to knock you out. Listen, he's not Yildirim out, right? He's not Rocky Fielding out, right? Yildirim and Rocky Fielding wasn't talking trash to Canelo. He still stopped him. John Ryder wasn't talking trash to Canelo. You see what he did to John Ryder? So come on, man, cut it out. Caller, what's the name you calling from?
Yo, Coach, this Mason from Flint, Michigan.
Mason from Flint, talk to me.
I want to second your motion on that. Like you say, my man, the boxing scientist, you could tell he ain't never been in no real smoke. Because like you say, nigga, at the end of the day, this still a fight, bro.
It's still a fight, yeah.
So whether you piss a nigga off or don't piss a nigga off or talk your shit or don't pop your shit, it's still a fight.
Still a fight, yeah.
And that's why I can't agree with all of this. He ain't fought nobody. His resume. Earl Spence fought every fucking top welterweight, every big name welterweight in his division, beat him. And then when he got to Crawford skunked his ass and made him look like a chump in there. So all this, he ain't fought nobody. Resumes don't win boxing matches, cuz. Who you fought, who you knocked out, yeah, all that shit cool. But resumes don't win boxing matches, man. And motherfuckers got to get away from that. Canelo talking about, Crawford ain't fought nobody. Nigga, now you too, huh? With the Crawford ain't fought nobody shit, huh?
Well, Canelo
that's all I got, Coach.
Yeah, Canelo's over there with the PBC now. So when I heard him say that, I said, yeah, he's using the same PBC talking points. when I heard Canelo say, I want to thank Al Heyman. Once I heard him thank Al Heyman, I kind of gave him a side eye, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on now. So it is what it is. He's in bed with Al Heyman. No pun intended. He's an Al Heyman fighter now. He said, I want to thank Al Heyman. He did say that. I have the actual video when he said it. Shocked the hell out of me. Yep. So it is what it is. I know the language. We know what time it is. So, but shout out to Mason.
Hey, shit.
Go ahead, fam.
At least he repping the set, though.
Yeah.
You gonna be on that side, be all the way on that side.
Hey, you got listen, you gotta say all praises due to the most high, the most exalted, Mr. Al Heyman. Shout out to Mason from Flint. Salute, fam.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I already know, boy, nigga. Listen, motherfucker got to kiss the picket ring when they go over there. I don't know why Crawford ain't thank Al Heyman yet. He ain't thanked them yet. I don't know if he planned on thanking them. He haven't thanked Al Heyman at all. Matter of fact, he ain't mentioned Al Heyman's name at all.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Yeah, this the hurt business. I totally disagree with that shit, bro. Like Larry Holmes, I ain't never seen Larry Holmes kissing a nigga ass before he fought him. Larry Holmes, one of my favorite heavyweights, probably had one of the best jabs in the history of boxing. You know, like kissing a nigga ass. Yeah, dog, I'm just saying, dog, I ain't, look, man, I ain't trying to get the payday. Look, nigga, you gonna get paid anyways. Whether I talk shit to you or not is irrelevant. Me talking shit to you is not gonna win me the fight. You being quiet to me is not gonna win me the fight or lose me the fight. You know what's gonna win the fight? Skills. Skills. Crawford ain't said a motherfucking thing much in the lead up of the fight, right? With him and Spence. All he said was, all right. Y'all said I ain't fought nobody, all right. Okay, all right. You get out of line. I swear to God, you're going to be number 11. Like, he didn't really do a whole lot of selling out. And then, you see what he did to Spence? He hugged Errol Spence after the fight, told Errol Spence he loved him, said he was a fan of Errol Spence. Now, if this is what you do to a guy who you say you love and you're a fan of, what would he do to a guy who he hates? Like, they still got to get in the ring and fight each other. You get what I'm saying? So I totally disagree with that. I totally disagree with that, bro. Skills gonna determine that. Whether I kiss your ass or not, I mean, fuck all that. No, I ain't doing none of that, bro. I'm just saying, it just shocked me that, Jermell. It just shocked me that Jermell Charlo. You get what I'm saying? That's all. Y'all know Jermell Charlo, one of my favorite fighters. You know what I mean? So. It just shocked me, like, he's on his best behavior. And it's kind of throwing me off. And it is giving me vibes that, you know what, man, Coach Eddie might be right, man. This nigga here just here to get the check. Look here. This nigga here just here to get the check, dog. Like, he just here to get the check, dog. He just here to get the check. That's all that, you know what, like, that's all it is, bro. Like, man, he just here to get the check, man. Canelo gon' it's a matter which round they gonna stop him in. Cause I ain't never seen him act like this. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Drew Holiday calling out of Colorado Springs.
Man, Drew Holiday from
What's
Colorado.
going on, Coach? Hey, Coach, man, the only thing I got to say right now is it's like the only thing I can say about Terrence is he ain't fought nobody. That's the only thing I got to say about it. Because they can't say shit about who he fought because he didn't stop them all. You know, because, so it's like, it's time to fight Terrence. Well, what you got on him? He ain't fought nobody. That's the only thing I can say right now, Coach. Keep taking ass and taking names. And I got to say one more thing about Canelo. I like Canelo, Coach. I like him. Canelo because he get in there and he rumbles. But Canelo, I'm losing a little bit more respect, though. We all know Charlo. We know what Charlo are. When it was Tony Harrison, you ain't shit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna knock out all these babies. When it comes to Canelo, oh man, hey, let me go ahead and Canelo, how you doing today, man? You eat lunch? Yeah, Canelo's a hell of a fighter. You know what I mean, Coach? That's what I'm saying right now, Coach. And I just hope you get a good showing with Canelo and Charlo, and then after that, I hope Canelo don't run from Terrence. What are you gonna go back up to 175? Who you gonna fight up there? I don't know, Coach. But that's all I got to say, Coach. And one more last thing: stop hating. They need to stop hating on Terrence.
Hey, Drew, let me ask you this: Do you think that Benavidez? Where do you see him at?
Yeah.
Do you think that he would get an opportunity to fight Canelo, or do you think Canelo gonna stay the hell away?
I put it like this: Canelo got a few options. He got Big Charlo. He could go after him next, or he can entertain this Terrence Crawford fight. Or who else? It might be a challenger. They might pull out the woodwork for Canelo, but I think Canelo should fight Benavidez. I don't see why Canelo would be scared to fight Benavidez. Maybe the age got a little bit to do with it, who knows, but Benavidez is flat-footed, throw a lot of punches. He's going to stand in front of you, and he's going to make you beat him. And I feel like Canelo, with the way he boxes, if he get up under Benavidez's jab, or if he slip a few of them punches and go to the body, by the time the later rounds come around, we're going to see how conditioned Benavidez is. But as of right now, hey, what Canelo say, Coach, he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody, so he can't fight me. So we're going to see how long Canelo say that, but I think he needs to fight Benavidez, but we'll see. I would like to see that fight. I'm gonna pay to see all the fights. My friends be like, oh man, you should stream this fight. Nah, these guys work hard for that money, so I'm gonna pay to see it, but I ain't gonna pay to see him
see him fight a cold stiff now. I ain't gonna do that no more, you know. But other than that, yeah, like I said, boxing is turning up right now. We gonna see, you know. Canelo rather fight the little guys, but he a little guy, so I can't hate Canelo on fighting guys that's taller than him, but he bringing up from a lighter weight class than fighting guys that's bigger than him. You know, so I kind of understand what Canelo doing, you know, but hey, you got to get out here and fight, man. We want to see it.
All right. Well, shout out to Drew Holiday, man. Colorado Springs, stand up. Yeah. See, I'm gonna tell you another reason. I don't know what's going on as it relates to who gonna be a part of this 3-fight deal, whatever. I really don't know. I think it's obvious that Canelo is bought all in with PBC. So Canelo he's a PBC fighter now, and he has a PBC mindset. PBC fighter meaning you have the PBC mindset. Once you see a fighter come out and say, I want to thank Al Heyman, that tells you everything you need to know. When you see the fighter that don't do that, that tells you everything you need to know as well. So once I saw that, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, it shocked the hell out of me. It shocked the hell out of me, right? But I think a lot of Canelo fans, because I know a lot of Canelo fans, they hate the PBC, and I do get that, I do understand that. But I think a lot of you guys are going to have to come to grips with, hey man, you know, y'all are part of the PBC now. You're part of the PBC. You know what Floyd Mayweather say? You know, Mayweather Promotions, the PBC, Canelo Alvarez, we're like one big happy family. Like I said before. Hey, what Floyd say? Hey, Swat Jones. You know, like I said before, Mayweather Promotions in the PBC, and Canelo Alvarez, we're like one big happy family. You see, we got Canelo taking Al now. He's taking Al. The reason why we don't want Terrence Crawford over here because he didn't thank Al. He has to thank Al. Like, you know, he didn't bow down and kiss the pinky ring. He didn't kiss the pinky ring. Boy, like, man, fuck that shit, man. The nigga want another rematch? Okay, cool, man. We gonna give him another rematch. Is there anything that you would like to say? Like, is there any Jermell Charlo? Is there any logical explanation? You don't have 35, 36, 30. You don't have 37 professional fights. This is your 38th fight coming up. Out of all of the fights you had, why is it that you have had a nasty attitude for 37 professional fights? Why all of a sudden this fight you don't have a nasty attitude? That's what I would ask.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent, circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
This nigga don't turn into Pharaoh convict when he signed a contract to fight Canelo. Carlo, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, Coach? This is Tough Glove Boxing.
Man, Tough Glove Boxing. Talk to me, fam.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's good with you, family? Listen, you know, Jermell Charlo is one of my favorite fighters too, bro. And you know, the thing that surprised me was his attitude. You 100 correct. And pondering, like, what is going on? Like, what? So at first I was like, I'm proud of him. He got his emotions under control. But then now I'm like, okay, this is out of hand. I just saw the blind last stand that he just did. And do you think that, you know, a lot of people are saying he's trying not to piss off Canelo. Do you think it could be he's just trying not to piss off the Mexican fan base? Because it seems he's been trying to get them on his side for a while.
This is the thing. Jermell Charlo is one of those fighters that is just very hard to like. You know, he can't really sell. You know, he fought for Undisputed at Brian Castano. I think they fought in Carson City, California. They was giving tickets away like hotcakes. The venue was held 9,000 people. You know, he did a pay-per-view with his brother, did less than 100,000 pay-per-view buys in Houston. He's one of those guys, like, he's not one of those media, like, the media they really don't like Jermell Charlo. You know, you get what I'm saying? So I don't think kissing, trying to, listen, this is what I say. Trying to kiss the Mexican fan base ass is not going to get their fans. It's not going to get you to be their fans. I agree. Listen, what I would do with this here, do what Floyd did. Listen, make them hate you. You know, listen, trying to kiss a fan base, trying to kiss another fan base's ass never works for the fighter. I'm never going to go into a fight. Hey, you know, the Mexican fan base, Mexican people. I'm one of you guys. Can you please accept me? I promise. I'm gonna be respectful to Canelo. And if that's Jermell Charlo's mindset, then guess what? I want to see his ass get knocked out. True. Yeah, I want to see him get knocked out. You don't go into, you ain't done this your entire career. You don't go into a family.
Right.
You're not gonna win the Mexican fans over with. If they don't like you, they don't like you. So all of that trying to kiss Canelo behind, they're trying to win them over. That's crazy. That's ludicrous to me. You don't see Canelo.
And I feel you on that.
You don't see Canelo kissing black boxing fans behind to try to win them over. You don't see him doing that. So if he ain't gonna do it for no other fan base, why should you do it for the Mexican fan base? That's crazy to me. If that's what he's doing.
I agree with you. I feel like also like it's a waste of his time doing this because he's been the way he was his whole career. I feel like if he was to step up to Canelo in his true self, the way he's always shown us he was, and then also beat Canelo like that, right? Or win, lose, or draw, I feel like they would appreciate him more because it's just who he is. Trying to change his personality into this nice guy type of thing, it just doesn't work for him. You know, that's more his brother's role. His role is he's the lion. He's supposed to be on demon time with it. And it just seems like the build up to this Canelo fight has been a letdown so far and has been on his part. That's all I got, Coach. I appreciate your platform. I feel like you brought a lot of balance to the YTBC, and that's what it is. I'm out.
Shout out to the 10th World Boxer. DC stand up. And this is the thing too. This is the thing too, right? Again, it's the hurt business. I don't think no fighter should try to pander to another fighter's fan base. Because this is the thing. It doesn't come off as genuine to me coming from Jermell Charlo. If this is how Jermell Charlo really acts, then I can see that. But it's obvious this is not genuine for Jermell. This is not genuine because he's never acted in the 16 years Jermell Charlo has been a pro. He's never acted like this before a fight. This one fight, it's not genuine. It seems as though, Canelo's still gonna try to knock you out. The Mexican fan base is not going to accept you as for being one of them. They're not going to say, "Oh man, he's one of us. He's one of us." They're not going to say that. If Canelo knock out Jermell Charlo and stop him, they're going to say, "Yeah, he knocked that puto out," and they're going to move on to the next fighter. That's exactly what they're going to do. True. That's exactly what they're going to do. Shit. That shit it doesn't seem genuine to me from Jermell Charlo. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Cage from Dallas, Texas.
Who is this?
Cage from Dallas, Texas.
Cage from Dallas, Texas. Go ahead, talk to me.
Yes, sir. I was gonna say it's a lot of Mexicans out here who really don't fuck with Canelo. So if Charlo really beats himself, shit, he'll win a lot of them fans over like that. Even more than trying to be all friendly about the shit.
I mean, you're from Texas. So have you ever now this doesn't mean that Jermell Charlo's not going to come to fight. I'm hoping like Jermell Charlo, one of my favorite fighters, dog. Yeah. Like for real. I like Jermell Charlo a lot. He's a grip fighter. I like his heart. I like the passion. That's what I like about him. Like I like the passion he fight with. He does have an attitude all the time, but that's just who he is. Like that mean streak he has. Have you ever seen him act like this in a press conference?
No, hell no. No.
Yeah, man. It just
but what I'm saying is it.
Go ahead.
If he just be himself like he always is, it's a lot of Canelo haters in Texas. Well, shit all over really. So he'll win the Mexican fan base over just by being himself.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You don't need to be putting up that front.
Do you?
You know what I mean?
Hey, Cage, what chances do you give Jermell Charlo in this fight against Canelo, because a lot of people are saying that he's a big guy, but he has been inactive. He's coming off of an injury. What say you? What chances do you give him in this fight?
Man, I give him about a 35, 40% chance. This man went life and death with Montiel.
No,
I think Canelo gonna put him out easy.
No, Montiel, you're thinking about Jermell Charlo. This is Jermell Charlo.
Yeah, my bad. I still think Canelo gonna get him out of there, coach.
Yeah.
In like 6-7 rounds, maybe.
Body shots.
But I fuck with the Charlos.
To me, I think it's gonna be them body shots. I think the body shots, Canelo like to work from the body on up, so I'm foreseeing maybe a lot of those body shots. If put it this way, Jermell Charlo can win this fight easy if he can employ the same strategy that Dimitri Bivol employed, where he kept the distance and range.
Yeah.
He kept the distance.
Yeah.
He kept the range. And he kept Canelo out on the outside. And when Canelo tried to get on the inside, he pivots and keeps everything in the center of the ring.
Yeah.
If he can, Bivol was able to do that for 12 rounds. So I don't know if Jermell Charlo can do that, because he's not the type of fighter Dimitri Bivol is. I don't see.
He ain't got the IQ for that.
He don't have not the IQ for that, and I don't see. He doesn't have the poise that a Crawford would have, or that a Canelo has, or that Bivol have. He doesn't have he's not the poise type fighter like that. So I'm hoping, that's why I kind of leaning towards Canelo. I think it'll go past 6. I think he'll probably, if Canelo were to stop him, if he were to stop him, I think he'll probably stop him like maybe the 10th or 11th, somewhere up in there.
If they take the muzzle off, Charlo, I think it'll sell more shit. if he be used himself, start talking that shit again, that bitch gonna sell.
I don't really. It's not really. I don't feel a twistity. There's not a lot of people really talking about it right now where I'm at. Like there was for Crawford Spence. Like there were for Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
I don't really, right now. So maybe as the fight get closer, maybe it will. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah.
But shout out, man. The Dallas, Texas stand up, man. K, salute to you, brother. Hey, shout out to my sister Lisa Bell. Lisa Bells, what's going on, sis? What's going on, sis? Peace, sis. Shout out to my sister Lisa. You get what I'm saying? So, we'll see how that works out. What do you guys think about Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson? What do you guys think about Frank Martin and Shakur? That's what I want to pivot to right now. Frank Martin and Shakur. What do you guys? What do you guys think about that? Think about that fight right there.
The fuck? Fuck you all rolling up on for, cuz? He must don't know. He can't know. Huh? He can't know.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's inevitable. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
D-Block, talk to me, fam.
Man, we talking about the Charlos. We talking about Houston. We talking about America's Most Wanted, the Charlos. We talking about one of the other Charlos, the big boy Charlo at 160. Where he at? Been missing. WBC still hasn't strapped his ass. Shit, how can Houston take this kind of abuse? How can Houston love this kind of shit, man? I don't understand that. Is that why they call it a dirty, dirty South? Man, fuck all that shit, Coach. We talking about reality and boxing. We talking about the Charlos, the wannabes. Ain't never gonna be, Coach. We talking about how he can win, how he can do this and that. Let's get the biggest knife in the kitchen. Let's cut the bullshit, Coach. We already know he's gonna get his ass whooped. We already know that, Coach. If Tony Harrison, Crunk Jim, of course, respect nothing but the Crunk Jim. Detroit all day, baby. Got nothing but respect for Detroit. So if Harrison's going there, I'll box Charlo. Make him outthink Charlo in that first fight. He got lucky. He got that knockout. It is what it is. That's what we love. That's why we love boxing, Coach, because we don't know what's going to happen in the ring. But at the end of the day, like I say, Coach, we already know what's going to happen. And that's a guarantee. And that's fact. Canelo gonna go in there and knock this motherfucker out. I don't give a fuck what people be talking about. You know, he got a chance. He really do got a chance. Man, fuck that chance. Cut that shit off, man. We talking about reality, man. Canelo gonna go in there and knock this motherfucker out. What you got to say with that, coach?
So you don't respect anything that Jermell Charlo's bringing to the table from a skill set standpoint? You think he's just a pushover?
Man, let me tell you something about that, man. I respect Undisputed versus Undisputed. I respect that. But we got two different breeds here, man. We talking about somebody just fought Rosario. He got 3 belts out of that fight, coach. And we talking about Charlo. And that's fact, okay? Compared to Canelo, he had to go up the ladder and dominate these fucking European bums. And they get the American Plant, which I respect Plant to a certain way. The way, you know, I told you.
Let
me tell you something.
You admit that Canelo was fighting European bums, huh? On his way up the ladder.
Coach. I plead the fifth. You know, sometimes the slippery slope. Coach, when you coming down the mountain, mountaintop, sometimes the slippery slope just slip your foot, and you're like, "Oh, did I do that?" Hold on, coach.
That's what you said,
Hold on, coach. Hold on now. Hold on. We know what we talking about, coach. Let me rephrase my words. Let me rephrase those. Let me get my time machine and shit. Look, man, we already know who Canelo is. Never ducked and dodged anybody. He had to go, like they say, coach, to the European flags and, conquer, Mr. Great Britain. You already know what's up. Hey, whose fault is that, coach? Whose fault? Now, let me shift the subject a little bit, since I hate Benavidez, and we trying to make my boy look like a clown, because my boy Cinnamon Buns ain't no clown. Okay, we talking about respect. He's gonna go in there and knock that motherfucker out, Charlo. Benavidez couldn't even get his brother in the ring and knock his ass out, because Benavidez ain't got no power, coach. He ain't got no power moves, man. Let's be real with that. We already know who Canelo is, man. He's like a Power Ranger, coach. He got Benavidez. It's morphin' time, motherfucker. And Benavidez.
He said Canelo like a Power Ranger.
Cause you already know I come to clown around a little bit, man. Gotta make people laugh. You know how that is, coach. It's entertainment at the end of the day, but not with me. We come with facts and with hate. So we know Benavidez will never be nothing, coach. He ain't got no leverage for nothing, coach. Look where he's at. Nowhere. Have you heard of Benavidez? Has anybody talked about him? Is he ducking Andrade? That's fact. Go ahead, coach.
D-Block, this is the only problem with your argument. I hear what you're saying.
Go for it.
I hear what you're saying. You said David Benavidez. So you're saying that you're of the opinion that David Benavidez hasn't done anything. He doesn't deserve a right to fight Canelo. Is that what you're saying? He has to do more to deserve the right? If that's what you're saying, the only problem with that argument is people will always bring up what did Bivol bring to the table, right? Okay, you can say, well, okay, but Bivol was a bigger guy. He had a belt in the higher weight division. Okay, they would say, what did Rocky Fielding bring to the table? People would say, well, he won a belt from Rocky Fielding. I think a Reggie belt or whatever. I'm not sure. What did Abner Yildirim? People say, well, yeah, Yildirim is a mandatory. Okay, John Ryder was a mandatory. This and that. So I think the frustrating part what people have with Canelo is he's one of the only fighters that's powerful enough to pick and choose whoever he wants to fight. I don't think no one can argue that. And I think it is obvious in a lot of people's minds that he's picking and choosing to fight certain fighters over other fighters that's more of a safer path to victory. And now, whether you believe that or not as a Canelo fan, that's on you, right? But some people say that, hey, man, this guy is following the Floyd Mayweather blueprint, the Money Mayweather, his last 15 fights of his career. So and if you can admit that and that's the case, then that's the frustration people have with him. They only want to see him fight David Benavidez, really. They say, look, we just want to see him fight David Benavidez. I think if he fight Benavidez, a lot of his critics will probably, some will probably still criticize him, but he's openly saying he's not going to fight this guy, and I think that's the frustration what a lot of people have with him from a criticism standpoint. And Canelo is not above reproach when it comes to criticism, just like any other fighter is not. But go ahead, I'll let you wrap it up.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up like this, man. and I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, and I'm gonna use a small little fact on this. When Sugar Ray Leonard fought Hagler, right? When Sugar Ray fought Hagler, we still give respect to Sugar Ray because he beat Hagler, right? But at the peak of their prime, to a certain degree, Sugar Ray, before he retired, remember that they were in that ring, and Hagler thought that Sugar Ray was up there going to announce the big fight, the super fight between both of them. It never happened, right, Coach? It never happened. But we still love and respect Sugar Ray. I know they fought, but at the peak where it could have been, just like they talk about Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, Coach. I mean, we know they fought, and they're going to fight again. And I know everybody's salivating. They salivated for Benavidez because that's their prophet. That's the chosen one, Coach. That's the chosen one coming from Arizona, from the desert. You know, he's coming. But guess what, people? And realize this, and I come with facts. Your boy done fucked up his career by doing too much cocaine, by being stripped. And I know, Coach, I've said this so many times, but it's fact. And does he deserve a mega fight with Canelo Alvarez? First, sign the contract to fight Andrade. Second, sign the contract to fight Morrell. And then when you get your pay-per-view numbers up, and that's fact, then we see if you got a chance to fight the king of the ring, Canelo Alvarez, pay-per-view star, the Mega Man, the Power Ranger. I'm going to call him the Power Ranger, the Tyrannosaurus Power Ranger. Man, he is the king of the ring. Stop hating. And he is the face of boxing. D-Block, D-Count, D-City, D-Ville. Baltimore, stand up.
Man, this shit right here. Hey, see, hey, listen, I don't know. You know, did D-Block answer the question? Did D-Block answer the question? I don't know what y'all heard just then. I don't know what y'all heard. I really don't. I don't know what y'all heard just then. Shout out to D-Block, but this is what I heard.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent, circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
Man, all these roadblocks. Hey, what is hey, what 93 Octane say? Roadblocks, obstacles, all types of obstructions. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Nate calling from Texas.
Nate
What's
calling
up,
from
Coach?
Texas. Talk to me, Phil.
All this fucking Canelo Power Ranger. What are you? The flat Power Rangers? The flat-footed Power Rangers, that's what we talking about? Come on, man. These guys killing me, man. The flat-footed Power Ranger. When he learn how to move, then he a Power Ranger. But as far as I know, the Power Ranger got to know how to move their feet. That's my problem with Canelo. We all know he got some power.
Yeah.
We know he got some power, but he got difficulty with speed and moving that feet. So the jab and footwork. That's my problem with him. Until then, I ain't calling that motherfucker no Power Ranger. I'm out.
All right, man. Shut up, man. Shout out to Nate, man, from Texas. Salute, fam. And see, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Like, you'll have people, they feel that, hey, man, like I'm going to bring up Jaron Ennis, and then we're going to go to Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin. People say, look, man, Jaron Ennis earned this shot. He deserves a shot at the title. Terrence Crawford have all of the belts. We want to see Boots fight Terrence Crawford. I think Stantionis is a WBA mandatory. He wants a shot at the title too, so he wants to fight Terrence Crawford as well, right? Cool, no problem. The reality of the situation is this. They're not going to get that. They're not going to get Crawford. Because he's moving up to 154 to fight Spence. And then if he can beat Spence, which I predict he will, stop him, then he's going to try to land the fight with Canelo May Cinco de Mayo next year. I think Bud got 2 more fights left. He's done, right? But if you feel that Jaron Ennis deserves a shot at the title, he's worked his way. He's an intern champion, and now he deserves a shot at the title. You have to feel that way about David Benavidez as well. Now, this is the problem I have. They said with David Benavidez, he got popped with cocaine in his system, and he lost his belt on the scales. This is the funny thing about that, though, right? And that was the past. He did do that. He got popped with cocaine in the system, and he lost his belt on the scales. That's facts. Does that still mean that he didn't earn the right to fight Canelo? If I were to say, okay, if David Benavidez was John Ryder or Abney Yildirim or just any of those guys, I just wonder, would D-Block say the same thing? And that, your guys know I rock with D-Block. That's my guy. I rock with D-Block. But I'm being real right now. That doesn't mean he doesn't deserve a shot at the title. Just like Boots deserves a shot at the title. Like, this guy has worked and busted his behind to get back in contention. And his last fight that he had with David Benavidez was the title eliminator. He defended his interim title, and he's supposed to be the mandatory. According to what Mauricio Sulaiman said. Now, we do know that Mauricio Sulaiman said a lot of things. He's a liar and a politician. We know that. But if you're going to say, well, this is what he did in the past, you want to keep bringing that up, well, you can't get mad at people for saying that Canelo was a cheater. He got popped with clenbuterol in his system. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're going to sell me, if you're a Canelo fan, right, and you're going to sell me on, okay, David Benavidez don't deserve a shot at Canelo because he got popped with cocaine in his system and he lost the belts on the scale. Carla, hold on. If that's your position, fine. I have no problem with that. But you can't sit back and complain when people say, oh, man, Canelo, man, a drug cheat. He got popped with clenbuterol. That's in his system. Well, that happened in the past. That was just one time. No, but they even raised the clenbuterol levels for Canelo. They changed the rules for Canelo. So you can't have it both ways, because if you're gonna see, it's a slippery slope, because if you're gonna say David Benavidez don't deserve a shot at Canelo because he got to get his pay-per-view numbers up, his baby mama got to be Puerto Rican, his auntie got to be full-blooded Mexican, he has to fight David Morrell, he has to fight Demetrius Andrade, then he'll get a shot at the title. And then when he really don't deserve it because he was on coke and he lost his belt on the scale. If that's your position, then you can't get mad when people say, okay, Canelo a drug cheat. For I'm saying, he always gonna be a drug cheat. How many times? And you know what? He's a cheater. How many times? This is the first time he got caught. For all we know, he could have been on that shit for all those years until he got caught. So you get what I'm saying? That's how that's gonna go. That's how. I just want to throw that out there. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's D-Block 2 times.
D-Block, talk to me, fam.
I've been thinking a lot, Coach. I've been thinking about it real good, what you've been saying, what you've been talking. So I'm going to keep it with facts, Coach. All the clown and all this, at the end it's entertainment. But what we coming down to, does Benavidez deserve a shot with Canelo Alvarez? And I understand, I'm going to stay on my side where I say the guy has not proven himself in any way, right? But then we also got to say, okay, but he already won an eliminator against Caleb Plant. So he's already at that status where he deserves that shot. And that's fact. I believe that, Coach. But what I also believe, Coach, is that Benavidez, and I'm trying to be real, Benavidez, I know that we talking about he got popped and he hasn't proven himself to a certain way where he's missed the scale, he's lost his titles, he never lost his titles in an actual fight. But the commitment for me, Coach, between him and Canelo is way, way off, to where if you're gonna come and critique Canelo for popping with the meat and all this, but the guy has been in boxing for so long and he's taken every challenge. And at this age right now, where you compare Benavidez at this age compared to Canelo Alvarez, is no Hall of Famer. And he's already ducking somebody that's 9-0 or 10-0, which is Morrell, at 168. And they're coming up with excuses. And they haven't even signed a contract to fight Andrade, Coach, which they said they were going to make that fight. So the guy deserves all this and all that. I know we're going to go back to he won the Eliminator and all that, Coach. But do you really, really think he's proven himself already? I know we're going by the rankings, but sometimes, Coach, you even say the rankings don't mean nothing at the end. But I'm not trying to do that for my favoritism. But do you really, really think he deserves to fight Canelo Alvarez? Or do you feel like he has to go and fight Morrell and then fight Andrade, which he hasn't signed a contract, where Canelo has already proven himself to get legendary status? What you got to say with that, Coach?
Yeah, I think that Demetrius Andrade deserves not Demetrius Andrade. David Benavidez deserves a right to fight Canelo Alvarez. I think he's fought and earned his way back up there. He's fought all of the fights that he needed to fight to get there. Mauricio Suleiman, who was the president of the WBC, he said that this fight is in the title eliminator, and he said that whoever wins this fight will become the mandatory to Canelo's WBC title. Now he hasn't mandated the fight yet, but David Benavidez is the one that's in line. He has the WBC intern title. He fought those fights to earn the right to get back the shot at the title. So my question I have for you, D-Block, is this. How do you determine, as a Canelo fan, how do you determine who deserves a right to fight Canelo and who doesn't? Because it seems to me that when it comes to Canelo, there's a different standard for him from some of his fans. Like, you have to deserve a right to earn a right. What is your criteria for any fighter that's walking on the planet Earth, or that's in the 168-pound division or somewhere around that division? What is your criteria for deserving a right to fight Canelo?
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you because I know we gotta let go of the show, but I gotta go. But I'm gonna tell you my criteria. Canelo Alvarez said he wants to fight nothing but champions, right? He wants to fight nothing but real champions. He wants to leave a legacy, and he wants this to be the era of Canelo Alvarez. Now, we already know it is. He's fighting champions, Coach.
That's true.
David Benavidez ain't even a real champion. He's fighting Charlo, the undisputed 154 champ, going up in weight to fight him, Coach. And not just that, we just talked about Terrence Bud Crawford, Coach. Well, he got 2 more fights. He ends up fighting Terrence Bud Crawford for another undisputed versus undisputed fight. So I would say my criteria is, what have you done for me lately? Who are you to come up in the ring and show and earn the spot? Now, they're going to say Ryder, but he's a mandatory, so you can't say that. Now, mandatory status for Benavidez is in May. We're talking about right now, Coach.
Right.
So champions are the ones that are better for Canelo right now, Coach. And that's facts. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville. Baltimore, stand up.
All right, I'm going to let you go, D-Block. So my question I have for that is this. My question I have for that is this. Then, do you just avoid David Benavidez? What about other fighters, right? So basically, D-Block is saying that you have to be a champion. That's his criteria for earning a shot to fight Canelo. So, if a fighter, put it this way, if that's the case, does somebody like a John Ryder did not deserve to be in the ring with Canelo? Someone that's not a champion does not even deserve to be in the ring with Canelo. So does it have to be a champion that's from another weight division? You know, of course, Canelo has all of the belts at 168. So what's the purpose of even having What's the purpose of even having an intern title? What's the purpose of even having a number 1 contender? What's the purpose of even having a title eliminator? Like, all of this stuff is just fugazi. It's just a dog and pony show. That's my whole point. I don't have a problem with Canelo fighting champions or whatever the case may be. Fine, cool. My thing is I think what D-Block is telling me is David Benavidez doesn't deserve a shot to fight Canelo. He did say that he deserved a shot in one breath, but then he turned around and said that based on his criteria, he doesn't deserve a shot to fight Canelo. And if you're a Canelo fan and you feel that way, fine. I just want you to just come out and say it. That's all I'm saying. But there does seem to be a double standard when it comes to Canelo, and I think that's what we're fleshing out. Carlo, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? This is Mike from West Texas, man. Love the show.
Mike from Texas. Talk to me, fam.
So, yeah, look, I've been thinking about it, man. I'm hearing a lot of callers calling in, and they all make good points. But as a Canelo fan, I really do want him to take this Benavidez fight. He needs to take it. And something inside of me is really telling me that there's a reason why he signed this 3 deal with PBC, man. I really do believe that it'll look good on his record, and Canelo knows that. He knows what he's trying to do. I heard him on the Breakfast Club a while back talking about he's got 4 or 5 more years left in him. You know, so what do you think about that, Coach?
Well, he said he got 4 or 5 more years left in him. I'm not gonna lie, man. If Canelo were to stay and fight 4 or 5 more years, if he plans on fighting top guys, I see him receiving a few more losses, myself. But if he
definitely,
you get what I'm saying, because Canelo has a lot of fights. Yeah. Canelo has 63 fights, 63 at 33 years old. So I think he had like maybe 40 something fights or 40 fights, I think, in Mexico before he came over here, or something of that sort, or maybe 35 fights. So I don't know who those guys was he fought over there, but he's had a lot of fights. So, I mean, you're talking about 4 or 5 more years. He's 33 now. He'll be 37, 38 years old. That's going to be even more wear and tear. That's going to be, you're really going to have to really do some serious cherry picking at that point, and to try to preserve your career. You can't be fighting killer after killer after killer after killer. If you're talking about fighting that long, you really got to be very selective about who you pick, in my opinion.
Well, when it comes to the L's on the records, look, he already has it. He already got 2 L's on his record. So I really do believe that that Mexican pride, man, it's something tough, bro. So very well that he's trying to make history here. Yeah. They used to try to say that Chavez was better than him, and he don't like that, man. He split with Oscar De La Hoya. Look, he went and did his own thing. Look, the man is moving kind of like Mayweather there. You're right about that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, he signed that deal with PBC because I really do believe that he's going to end up fighting Benavidez. That's just what I believe, Coach, because they already were pushing him to fight him.
And you know what, Mike? And I'm saying this for real. I think Canelo can beat David Benavidez. Me personally, I'm probably one of the only guys who feel I think David Benavidez's style is tailor-made for Canelo. I honestly believe that. So
we do. Yeah. We do. We both believe that. And that's why I'm saying, like, just let everybody just chill and sit back. He signed this three fight contract, and he might even fight Crawford. Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, man, I heard Canelo said it's about his history, of him making a history in boxing. That's what he wants to do. He ain't doing it for the money. The man's already rich, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got all kinds of business going on, man. That's my call, Coach. Appreciate you. Love the show, man.
All right, shout out to Mike from West Texas. Salute, fam. Part of me, I'm kind of all over the place, right? Hold on. Shout out to Kefren.
Hey, okay.
We're dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to Kefren. What you say, fam? You say, Coach, I feel Benavidez is in Canelo's boo-boo no fight list. If those boys fight, they might get a crack at Canelo. Man, bro, to me, I hear what you're saying, Kefren. We'll see how it plays out. Hold on, guys. Hold on. So whoever called the show, y'all please call back. Whoever called the show, call back. We're gonna see how it plays out. You get what I'm saying? He has 3 fights over there. Canelo is PBC now. So
down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. We got another call calling in. Yeah, when I heard Canelo think I was like, damn, I don't got to him. Say, I don't got to him. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? It's Lamar from upstate New York.
Lamar from upstate New York. Talk to me, fam.
Yo, D-Block tweaking, Coach. Yo, I got love for D-Block, but D-Block gonna stick up for his boy Canelo. First he said, "Oh, he only fighting champions." Then he called back and was like, "Nah, Coach, you know what I got a problem with? I got a problem with David Benavidez's commitment." I'm like, yo, his commitment, bro. Listen, everybody know that Canelo is cherry picking. He cherry picked Beevil, and it was a Sour Patch Kid. You heard? It was a cherry pick gone wrong. Canelo is doing everything in his power to not take no more L's. He don't want no more L's. He thought Floyd was going to be his only L, when technically he lost to Lara, in my opinion, and he lost to Triple G one time as well. But we're going to slide past that. We all know Canelo ain't trying to fight no real deals. And then D-Block said, what he said he only wants champions. So what does that mean? Canelo going to stay in one? Does that mean he's going to keep holding hostage the belt at 168 and keep fighting other weight classes? That's crazy to me, man. And hey, we all know what it is. D-Block, salute, but we all know Canelo a duck. It is what it is. I got love for Canelo, but he got to step it up, man. That's all I got, Coach. And that's on me.
Shout out to Levant, Upstate New York. I think a lot of people writing off Jermell Charlo. Like, I don't know, man. People looking at Jermell Charlo like Jermell is really, really food for Canelo. And I'm like, man, I don't know, man. People just writing off Jermell Charlo. Like Jermell Charlo just a bum.
But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin from Oakland, talk to me, fam.
Yeah, Coach. I got to disagree with that last caller. Canelo was scared of losing. He would have stayed as short at 154, maybe 160 max. Because, think about it like this, Coach. When's the last time Canelo had height advantage on anybody, had a reach advantage on anybody?
Never.
He's been flat-footed his whole career, so it's not like he's the most mobile guy out there. Yeah. Basically every fight is basically him, trying, fighting for legacy. Even especially the Bivol fight, because I've seen the Kovalev fight, and in my opinion, that was a pick-em fight until the 12th round when he knocked out Kovalev. And on the basis of that, when he tried to fight Bivol, I was looking at motherfucking side eyes like, the fuck you mean Bivol gonna be an easy one? Did you see how he struggled at 175 against Kovalev? And I was right. I actually low-key made a couple $100 off that shit. Because I just had that feeling like, you know what? This man biting off more than he could chew. Yeah, he good. Yeah, he looked good against Callum Smith. But this man ain't no Callum Smith. I think that Joe Smith fight, I knew this man was in trouble. So pretty much all these fights, they're all close. Yeah, you get a couple of little bullshit John Ryder, but the John Ryder fight was more so, hey, who's down to go to Guadalajara and watch me fight in my hometown? You don't let a catch one fucking with that. Avni Yildirim, that was his mandatory. That was the WBC mandatory going back to when Benavidez was champ. So all these fights, I don't like how he's moving because personally, I feel like he should have been fought Benavidez. I'm a Benavidez fan, but I also like Canelo, but I can't support the shit he's doing.
I think he could beat him. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think his style. I would like to see that fight. I would definitely love to see that fight.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I would definitely love to see that fight. And, this Crawford thing came out of nowhere because Crawford called his name out. So, but from a business standpoint, I know that fight make a whole lot of sense. A guy that's 2-time undisputed, 2 different weight divisions, pound for pound, number 1 fighter in the world, versus Canelo Alvarez, who's one of the top 3 pound for pound fighters in the world, cash cow in the sport of boxing, undisputed. That right there that fight is huge. Now that I think about it now, that fight is huge.
Hell yeah.
I'm saying from a money standpoint, that fight is huge. Of course, I would lean towards Canelo over Crawford. Crawford is my favorite fighter because Canelo is just a bigger guy. He punches hard, stuff like that. He's not no walk in the park for anybody. And there's weight divisions for a reason. So,
yeah.
But it'll be a tall task for Crawford if he can pull it off. That's my guy.
He could do it most definitely.
But from a skill set standpoint, he does have the skills. Crawford has the skills to match any fighter in boxing.
He got the skills. He got the size. He pretty much got everything except the experience of fighting at 168. Other than that, Canelo's really at a disadvantage.
It's just that he doesn't have the experience of fighting at 168, And I need to see would he be able to take those punches from Canelo, how that fight will play out. So those are the two questions that I have because he's really not a big guy. He's not a big guy at all. You know what I mean? So Canelo's a little bit more wide and thick and stuff like that. You know, pause. But you know they're built differently. Crawford is really like a slim guy. He does have big legs. So he has big calves, stuff like that. But his frame is built differently than the Canelo. You get what I'm saying? So, and I think because of Canelo's height, he's able to get a lot of leverage on his punches, on his power shots. That's why you see him work on a lot of power shots in training because he's looking to slip counter, bam, bolo punch to the body. Slip counter, bam, bolo punch to the body, bolo punch to the head, parry, slip, you know what I mean? So that's his whole thing. Trap counters, coming forward, going backwards. And it's all on timing with Canelo. Timing. He's just trying to get those kill shots, and over a period of time, he wears you down and gets you out of there. So, now that the more I think about it, I want to see my main man get paid, man. Fuck it, see him get paid.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. But shout out to Martin, man, Oakland, man, Oak Town, stand up, man. Salute to you, brother. Yeah, Canelo is always like the shorter, smaller guy. I will say that. This is my thing, though. I wasn't really crazy about the Kovalev fight because Kovalev just had a fight 7 weeks prior. 8 weeks prior. Well, I think he fought 7 weeks, 8 weeks prior, or something like that. When he fought Anthony Yard, but I didn't feel, so I was like, man, this man just coming off a fight. He didn't give a chance to recuperate. But Kovalev took the fight anyways for the money. But I didn't feel sorry for Kovalev because at the end of the day, he the one took, Carla, hold on. He the one made a decision to take that fight. But that man just came off a war with Anthony Yard. And I think he dropped Anthony Yard with the jab. Y'all don't know if you guys remember that. Dropped him with a jab. Anthony Yard was too tired to even get up. So Kovalev was, you get what I'm saying? So those are really good circumstances that Canelo fought him under, even though that Kovalev was bigger. But we got to be realistic about how that fight materialized. Carlo, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, this is Coach Eddie 2 times.
Coach Eddie 2 times. Talk to me, fam.
Yes, sir. I'm glad that everybody is just blowing holes, and D-Block got much love for your brother, but you running some strong cover for Canelo. Everybody blowing holes in that theory. Talking about you got to be a champion to fight Canelo. A lot of them guys that Canelo fought with his paper champions. They were just champions on paper. They didn't fight no real opposition to get those belts. Like Rocky Field didn't fight nobody to get that belt. Billy Joe Saunders, he tested hot. He's supposed to fight Demetrius Andrade. But that's how he got his belt. He picked the belt up from somebody. So a lot of them guys are just champion on paper. But I think a lot of people is forgetting. I'm gonna tell you, you heard it here first. This is my prediction. When Demetrius Andrade and Benavidez fight, I got Boo Boo beating Demetrius Andrade. I'm gonna put money on that. A lot of people may disagree with me.
No, you got Boo Boo beating David Benavidez, or
absolutely. I got Demetrius Andrade beating David Benavidez. He's too smart. Demetrius Andrade is smart. I remember him. I used to fight with him back in the amateurs. That boy can fight. He's smart. One thing about him, he knows how to win. And his experience is going to carry him in that Benavidez fight. Benavidez ain't going to be able to do nothing with that boy. And you're going to be surprised how easy it is. It's going to be like, that's my prediction. It could be wrong, but I'm predicting the Boo Boo to beat Benavidez. So then that Benavidez, Canelo talk is going to go out the window. So now who do you opt to fight? Do you fight Demetrius Andrade or do you fight Ennis Crawford? Canelo don't like fighting southpaws, and he don't like fighting moving slick southpaws, and that's everything. That's what Demetrius Andrade is. And to me, Demetrius Andrade is just a bigger version of Ennis Crawford, maybe minus the punching power. But as far as the intellect and ring IQ, that boy is smart. Demetrius Andrade. It's going to be a problem, but that's my call, Coach.
All right, shout out to Coach Eddie. Salute, fam. I don't know, man. Like, now that Demetrius Andrade, he's over there with the PBC. I do want to see him mix it up with a couple of those guys. I don't know him and David Benavidez. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. Hell, Demetrius Andrade and the Caleb Plant. Like, Demetrius Andrade, his career is really void of any big names. Like Demetrius Andrade has been a pro for I think 16 years, 15 years. I think him and Crawford turned pro in 2008. So 15 years, and literally he has zero. Like I can't even think of a signature win for Demetrius Andrade. To be fair, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Coach? This is your boy T Skills, Jersey.
T Skills, Jersey. Talk to me, fam.
All right, what's going on? The whole Canelo thing to me, I just feel like, once he came out and said that he wasn't fighting Mexicans, that was kind of like, a warning sign to me that he had no interest at all fighting David Benavidez, because he really didn't start talking like that until the David Benavidez conversation started gaining a lot of traction and people start really, wanting to see that fight. I think Canelo probably beats Benavidez, but I think Benavidez's size and stamina will give Canelo some problems. But going back to what you were saying is with the people writing Charlo.
Yeah.
I really do think Charlo got a huge chance to win this fight. If Charlo comes in aggressive and not, starstruck, because I see a lot of people get starstruck when they fight Canelo. They get, like even with Caleb Plant, he said, yeah, I'm fighting good, right? For a white boy or some stupid shit he said to him. You know what I mean? Shit like that. You're going to lose. You ain't coming to win. So if Charlo comes in with the heart of a true lion and goes at Canelo and don't fall for any of Canelo tricks, meaning letting Canelo wear him down with not punching and then catching him in compromising places and then hitting him with hard shots. If Charlo can get around that, then Charlo can win the fight. But if he can't, then he'll lose that fight. But I want to ask you, if Canelo loses to Charlo and just say Benavidez fights Boo Boo and loses to Boo Boo, is a Benavidez Canelo fight the same?
I mean, I would think Benavidez would still want to fight him because Canelo name holds a lot of weight. Canelo is the cash cow boxing in North America, so his name holds a lot of weight. So I think someone like a Canelo, yeah, I think the fight will still be a big fight, but it won't be the same because if Canelo were to lose to Jermell Charlo, there's no titles on the line. So Benavidez, by him being he will become the mandatory to the WBC title. He will probably end up being the mandatory to fight Jermell Charlo. But what I think is going to happen is if Canelo T were to lose, Canelo's going to have a rematch clause. Canelo got a rematch clause. So Canelo has a one-way rematch clause. Like anybody who fight Canelo, he always has a rematch in there just in case he lose, you can fight him, right? But so Jermell Charlo, if he lose, that's it. He's one and done. So that's why I think, man. That's why I think, man. I think Jermell Charlo coming to fight. I'm still leaning towards Canelo beating him because he's been inactive for 16 months. It's just hard for me to see an inactive fighter beating Canelo.
Do you see his brother overcoming whatever he's going through and coming out of whatever and revenging him if he loses?
No, Jermell Charlo is done. Whatever's going on with Jermell Charlo, he's done, man. That man ain't
woman.
That man ain't talking.
Yeah, the wrong woman, man.
I can't even blame it on the woman, man.
Yeah,
at some point in time, he got to take accountability for his own actions. Like whatever he's going through, he has to man up and take accountability for that. I can't throw it on the woman. I mean, that's the easy way to throw it in there. But Jermell Charlo, he's done. I remember years ago, his wife said that. I remember when they had an argument, and she had a video, and she was showing pictures of the house, and she said, "Y'all so stupid," or something of that sort. He ain't gonna never fight again. We finna lose his house. The people finna come foreclosing his house.
Wow.
I have the video, but I gotta find it and pull it up. She said he'll never fight again. This was 2 years ago. This is like probably this is probably about maybe November 2021 or something of that sort. Maybe somewhere around that time. And he still hasn't fought. I think Jermell Charlo is done. Like, I don't even. Jermell Charlo in boxing is nothing to even talk about, fam.
Wow, man, that's sad, man.
Yeah.
I really I'm keeping it real with you. I liked him better than Jermell, actually.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Wow. That's a huge loss for boxing, man.
And truth be told, Jermell Charlo, to me, just my opinion, like, he has a better jab than Jermell Charlo.
He seems a lot stronger too.
He doesn't fight tight like Jermell Charlo. He doesn't do any of that stuff. Like, he has a hell of a jab, pretty good, decent footwork. Like Jermell Charlo, that boy got, he ain't fought no hell of a killers at 160. But man, he does have skill. It's just that whatever he's going through, man, he's done. He's done as a boxer. He's done.
Yeah. You need that mental aspect.
But shout out to you, fam. Brick 60,
no doubt, Coach.
Salute, brother. Yeah, Jermell Charlo done. It's like, for me, it's kind of hard for me to see an inactive fighter beat Canelo. Canelo is an active fighter. And again, Canelo is a good fighter. I am one of those guys who feel that he can beat David Benavidez. I really do. I think David Benavidez is a flat-footed come-forward fighter as well. This is the last call, guys. Last call. He's a come-forward, flat-footed fighter as well. So, I think Canelo can beat that guy. I really do. But if he don't want to fight him, he don't want to fight him. So, it is what it is. Canelo fight Jermell Charlo. That's not a gimme. Some people feel that Jermell Charlo is food for Canelo. I just find it very hard for Jermell Charlo to be food for any fighter because I think that much highly of his skills. I'm like, I don't know about him being fooled. Like, this ain't gonna be no easy win for Canelo. So I think. But we'll see. I'll call it. What's the name? Where you call it from?
What's up, Coach? D Block 3 times.
D Block 3 times. Talk to me. You the last call.
Coach, so you telling me, Coach, right now that everything that I've been so specific with, all the information that I've gathered out of my lifetime knowing Canelo Alvarez as a boxer, as a guy coming up the rankings and fighting legitimate. I mean, he just by fighting even Trout, you know what I mean? At 154, fighting the champion, fighting Floyd, fighting Lara, fighting Jacobs, fighting Smith. I could just name you so many names that he's fought, Coach. So we can say that he's done so much for this sport. But like we always know, it doesn't matter. Like the hate is real for my boy. The hate is real. It can't be what people could really hate on Tank Davis. Well, he hasn't done shit in boxing. And then they hate on my boy because he is the face of boxing. But then they revert and don't have the same kind of thing to say about Tank Davis, Coach. So what is it, Coach? That he's ducking Benavidez when he's shown his history, his track record, and then even Rick Tan's talking shit about, Ryder and Yildirim, they weren't they were mandatories, man. Mandatories. When's the last time Tank Davis fought a mandatory? Because he's not a real champion, Coach. And he's ducking Benavidez? He's ducking Benavidez? Nah, man. Make it make sense, Coach. Make it make sense.
So I hear what you're saying. Canelo fought his mandatories. So you have no problem with Canelo fighting mandatories. Am I correct?
Coach, if Benavidez is his mandatory right now, Coach. He's not. And we talking about the WBC and steals it.
He's not.
Right?
Now. He's not the mandatory.
Okay. If he's the mandatory right now, and they told him, okay, look, you 168, you want to make history, you want to keep your belt. If you fight Benavidez or Charlo, what do you want to do? Because you're gonna be stripped. And he chooses to fight Benavidez because this is mandatory. I ain't got no problem with that, Coach. But we talking about he still got the belt. He don't need the belt also when you look at it, Coach. He's the face of boxing, just like Floyd. Floyd didn't need no belt anymore in his era, at the end of his era, Coach. But what I'm trying to say is, my boy ain't ducking nobody, Coach. If it comes down to it, and he has to fight Benavidez, right? Let's just say that. Let's say all the real pressure's on now. All the real pressure's now by everybody. I'm talking about for sanctioning bodies, everybody look, man, I know you the face of boxing. I know you Canelo Alvarez. You got your business going on everywhere in the whole world. We know who you are. But can you please, this is what we need. We need this in boxing. We need Benavidez. I promise you, just like the caller did from West Texas said earlier, he got a 3-fight deal. He will guarantee us a Benavidez fight. He will give us that, coach. You know what I mean? Instead of giving him all this slack about he's ducking and dodging and all this, he's not ducking and dodging. He is a proven commodity. He is a proven boxing champion, coach. He's legendary. He's a GOAT. He's just like every other GOAT that's come in the past, coach. They fought the fight. Can we give him some rest on this, coach? He's gonna fight Benavidez. And that's that. What you gotta say with that?
Yeah, what I'm saying is I'm not saying he's not going to fight the guy. I'm saying that a lot of the people, their frustrations with Canelo is they feel that he's moving the way Money Mayweather moved with, picking and choosing who he wants to fight. Floyd Mayweather have said that as well. So, and even you've said yourself that Canelo fought the European bums. So that's what you said. Now, I got it at the 2-hour mark of the show. You said he fought bums, European bums.
But this bum been taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
So you were saying that he took the easy. You said he took the easy route. Canelo took the easy route. That's what you said, D-Block. That's what you said. Now
I'm gonna tell you something. I retract from those words that I say European bum because I don't want to sound like Rick James and shit. I don't want to sound like Houston and shit. Well, they make up bullshit about he never fought a slick black fighter. And now that he's fighting a black slick fighter, yeah, but he ain't at 168. Man, get that bullshit out of here. It's always an excuse. So D-Block, the biggest hater of Tank Davis. The biggest hater in this world with Benavidez and all these motherfuckers because they can't touch my guy. He's untouchable. He's Canelo Alvarez. He is the king, undisputed. Remember that, people. He is undisputed at 168, and you can't deny him of that. Okay? So he will fight Benavidez. Get off my man's balls. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore.
That was if this was Congress, do you guys want to know what that was? That's called the filibuster. That's called the filibuster. If you know anything about politics, I normally don't do this. I normally don't do this 3 times, but I got to do this 3 times. That was a filibuster.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
That D-Block had me crying, man. Yeah, but this Jermell Charlo fight, Canelo Alvarez, this fight intrigues me for one reason and one reason only. I want to see, will Jermell Charlo be able to rise to the occasion and make history? If Jermell Charlo can win this fight, he will be the second fighter in the 4-belt era to become 2-time undisputed champion. That's history. You get what I'm saying? Of course, the New Age Monster is going to do the same thing later on this year as well. This is going to be huge. So I'm hoping that Jermell. See, the thing is now, I can't really say anything bad about Jermell Charlo as it relates to, because his history has shown that he always comes to fight. He shows up to fight, right? Canelo is a different level, though. Canelo's a different level. Like, that Mexican can fight. Canelo is a fighting motherfucker. That motherfucker can fight, boy. And he has pretty good defense. I would consider Canelo a slick Mexican fighter. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. He has very, very good lateral, upper body lateral movement. Really good. He's very slick in the pocket. He fights out of the high guard, but he parries shots, slips and counters very well. Canelo do a lot of little things that often get overlooked. Very similar to what I saw when Crawford fought on Spence. It was like little shit he was doing, like getting the guy off the spot, getting him in the position where you want him to be at in the ring, so you can land your shot and stuff like that. It's just that little things. He does little things, and trap counter game is on point. So I'm just anxious to see. Jermell Charlo's been boxing for 16 years. So I want to say he does have a high ring IQ as well. Canelo has a really, really good high ring IQ. Like one of the best out there in boxing. Him, Crawford, and New Way the Monster. It's just some of these fighters, they just have excellent ring IQs. Some of these fighters, their ring IQ is off the charts. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But anybody that's counting Jermell Charlo out, I don't look at Jermell Charlo as food. I'm not here to bow down and kiss the pinky ring. I'm not looking at Jermell Charlo as food. I think Jermell Charlo is a live dog in this fight. And I want to see when it gets to the last 2 weeks. Still leaning towards Canelo. This guy hasn't fought in 16 months. If Canelo wins, it's a great win for him. He beat a champion that was undisputed at 154 pounds. Got paid to do it. If Jermell Charlo were to win, it's history for him. Because more than likely he's the underdog in this fight. As a matter of fact, before we go, let's see what the odds is for this fight. Canelo versus Charlo odds. Betting odds. I'm going to tell you guys right now. For what I'm saying right now, oddshark.com, they have Canelo a minus 230 favorite to win. They have Canelo as a 69, almost 70% probability chances of winning this fight. Let's see. Let's look at the odds. Let's look at the betting odds. Hold on, guys. Let me see something. Jermell Charlo. Let's see what Jermell Charlo is. Jermell is a plus 320. Jermell is a plus 320. If you and the pay-per-view guys is $85, $84.99. Jermell is a plus 320. If anybody thinks that Jermell Charlo is going to win this fight, no, as a matter of fact, this site right here has Saul Canelo Alvarez a minus 410 favorite to beat Jermell Charlo. Let me show you this here, guys. This is CBS Sports. Hold on. Let me show you guys this. This is CBS Sports. Let me blow it up. This is CBS Sports. I want you guys to look at this. CBS Sports, CBS Boxing, right? Canelo Alvarez, Jermell Charlo fight card, dates, odds, yada, 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 blah, this, squad, right? Let's get right here. Now, according to CBS, they have Canelo a minus 410 favorite. You guys see that. They have Jermell Charlo a plus 320. If a motherfucker really, really feel that Jermell Charlo gonna win this fight, you definitely got to put the money on Jermell Charlo. You got to put the money on Jermell Charlo. But this is a big, huge odds right here. Minus 410. This is huge, bruh. Like, this is saying, hey, Jermell Charlo really don't stand a chance to win this fight. Those type of odds are Jermell don't stand a chance to win this fight. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why is because Jermell Charlo is a smaller fighter. He's moving up from 154 to 168. He's not accustomed to fighting at that weight. But not only that, he's coming off an injury, and so they say. And he's coming off a 16-month layoff. Versus Canelo, he's been fighting. I think he had 3 fights within the past 16 months. This will be his 4th fight. So, you get what I'm saying? So according to the odds makers, Jermell Charlo don't stand a chance. True. Hey, shout out to Rick Tim. Shout out to What Mr. Ham. According to the odds makers, Canelo, what's the name, don't stand a chance. Let's give everybody a round of applause. You get what I'm saying? Like if you kind of leaning on the fence, if you like, man, I don't know, man, I might want to roll the dice and put a couple of dollars on Jermell Charlo. You might want to do that because those odds right there, they ain't giving him a shot. And I'm telling you why. He's been inactive, coming off an injury, 16-month layoff, and this is his first time fighting in that weight division. That's why. Now, does that mean that he can't win? No, it doesn't mean that he can't win. It doesn't mean that. But I want you guys to check them odds out, though. Them odds is something else, bro. For real. Like, for real, though.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's up? It's the Jermell the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Nello.
You know what? I kind of see this fight. I kind of see this fight, guys, as being the tale of two halves. I kind of see, you know what I mean? Like, I think Jermell Charlo gonna come out looking real good in the first half of the fight, but something that's telling me because he's been inactive, he's gonna fade in the second half of the fight. I think he's gonna fade very similar to how Caleb Plant faded. That's kind of like what I'm seeing in my mind. I'm saying that Jermell Charlo's gonna fade in the second half of the fight, like Caleb Plant faded in the second half of the fight. And Jermell Charlo doesn't have the footwork that Caleb Plant has, but just the way I'm seeing it right now. Of course, I want to see Mel win, but the way I'm seeing it right now, I'm seeing it that, man, you know what, man, I think Canelo gonna stop him late, maybe. I think he's gonna fade in the second half of the fight, maybe like that 11th round, somewhere around there. That's what I'm thinking. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
What about Rocky Marciano?
Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit.
He beat Joe Louis's ass.
You know what they say? You ain't gotta like it, but you better respect it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
You know, when it comes to Jermell Charlo, they say, anybody want to bet on Jermell Charlo? Y'all better put a couple dollars on him just in case.
Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
Shout out to Clubber Lane, man.
Get out my face. Don't need nothing you got no more. Don't need no hair's been messing up my corner. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
Shout out to Clubber Lane. Get out my face. I don't need nothing you got no more. I don't need no hair's been messing up my corner. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off. That's a Jermell Charlo. Hey, Rick. That's a Jermell Charlo I want to see.
I run every kind of bitch, every kind of place, and I know one thing. When it comes down on you, you either collectivize or you run like a solitary rat.
You know, this is Jermell Charlo I want to see.
Now, do you retire or do you take one of the toughest fights of your career against a young black African-American stud who's been working his ass off since he was 8 years old? Do my brother put it all on the line then? So, if not, then come see me. I want some smoke. I want it all, baby.
Jermell Charlo say, if not, come see me. I want some smoke. He'll smack it too. I want it all, baby.
But when you are put in a certain position, he should be he's able to, like me. You know, when I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
Shout out to my dog Booger Ray Leonard and Eddie, the Hitman.
Sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll smack the shit out of him in front of everybody.
Only dark times for you.
I mean, just throw Haney's name in the hat. There is no fucking hat.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I don't play them type of games.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about me?
Did you fucking learn your lesson from that? With AJ?
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll knock that motherfucker cold out. Period.
Only dark times for you.
Ain't no hats to throw nothing in here. We're running a fucking business.
Ain't no sunshine when tank's gone.
You fucking idiot.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about?
Shout out to the hood, man.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Man, shout out to my partners, man. We got two fighters over here that I'm trying to get on the undercard. I got to call Al Heyman as soon as I get off in this live. I got to call Al. I have two fighters that I want to sneak on
Oh, Lord.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, Lord, I swear to God, when I see that whole ass nigga coach man like how ways, I'm going to put them paws on them. Nigga, Wakanda forever, bitch. Oh, Lord, he threw Wakanda through that fence. Wakanda is dead. Oh, Lord. They say Canelo ducking one of my fighters. I got a fighter. You see what he did to him? Canelo ducking him. True. Jermell Charlo moved out of the 154-pound division because he didn't want no smoke. He didn't want no smoke at all. True. Boy, they were juking, boy. No, they were juking. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, boy. They was juking. You know, we gotta say, before we go, you know how we do it. We gotta say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, Mr. Al.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
If you hating on the revolutionary spirit of this show, if you hating on the revolutionary spirit of this show, maybe it's time for my brother to come take your
chick. If I take your woman who never been out the United States a day in her life, if I take your woman who never been out the United States a day in her life, if I take your woman who never been out the United States a day in her life and take her with me, she spent a week in Africa with King Kong Alicious. She's going to spend a week in Africa with King Kong Alicious. Do you think she ever coming back home to you? Let's just be honest. If I take her on a ride with the prince, do you really think she coming back home to you? I'm going to drink to that. Next Negro who hate, I'm going to snatch your chick.
Shout out to Gloria Day and the Fabulous.
Gloria Day and the Set Trips.
These niggas don't play. These niggas don't play.
We don't play.
You ain't heard. They be tripping.
We be tripping.
So they swerving on.
We swerve on.
No faking and no snitching. For the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust.
Niggas gonna bust.
You know what? Hey, man, niggas gonna
Come
bust,
on, man. Come on, y'all.
Hey, let's give a shout out to everybody, man, who gave a cash app. Let's get the cash appers out of the way, and then we're going to get the super chatters and everybody who called the show. Shout out to Harvey.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Man, shout out to Harvey, man. Let's give a shout out to everyone who gave a cash app. Super chat. Shout out to Flex BX.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Kefren.
Hey, okay.
And shout out to Marco.
Hey, okay.
Let's give a shout out to everyone who called the show. Shout out to Jamie Rivera 2 times, New York.
Hey, okay.
Shout out out to the boxing store in Seattle. Stand up. Shout out to Ray from Texas. Shout out to Coach Eddie from the ATL 2 times. Shout out to Beck from Portland, Oregon. Shout out to Troy from B-More. Shout out to M1 from the BX. The Bronx, stand up. Shout out to Caleb from Indiana. Shout out to the boxing scientists from Killer Cali. Shout out to Mason from Flint, Michigan. Shout out to Drew Holiday from Colorado Springs. Shout out to Tough Glove Boxing from DC. Shout out to Cage from Dallas, Texas. Shout out to D-Block 3 times. Shout out to D-Block 3 times. D-Block called 3 times from Dallas, Texas. Shout out to Nate from West Texas. Shout out to Mike from Texas. Texas represented today. Shout out to Lamont from upstate New York. Shout out to Martin from Oakland, Oaktown, stand up. Shout out to T Skills, man, from Jersey. Not the one from Atlanta. Shout out to T Skills from Jersey. Once again, it's on, man. Shout out to all the tenderonis, man. Shout out to, let's see, what tenderonis we have here today. Shout out to Food Revolution. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Shout out to my sister LaJessica. Shout out to my sister Nick Rich. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Shout out to Elena. Shout out to my sister Lisa Bales. Shout out to the Duchess of Wisdom. There's somebody else I'm forgetting. I think there's somebody else I'm forgetting. But shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Swat Jones in the building. The Natural. Shout out to Brady 12. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Shout out to Scott G. Shout out to Swift 718. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Salute to Rick Timms in the building. Shout out to Weedy. What's going on, baby boy? Shout out to JC. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Who else we have in the building, man? Shout out to T Skills as well. Shout out to Corey Bradley. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Swat Jones in the building. Shout out to Jason Phillips. Salute to who else we have in the building, man? Shout out to MK. MK, what's going on, baby boy? Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Jamie Rivera, man. If I forgot to, man, please forgive me. I try to hit as many people as I can. But it is what it is. Once again, it's on. Shout out to Jason Phillips as well. Shout out to the one Mr. Ham. The one Mr. Ham is in the building also. Once again, it's on. I see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We gonna go out like this here, man. See you guys tomorrow, man. 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Got a video we dropping tomorrow as well. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.